15 steals. The season before, he had stolen 43. So his running game has slowed down. Holcomb, a show-me throw over to first base, and back in there is Maier. We haven't seen the good move from Holcomb yet, but he is a very athletic guy, and might be trying to lull Maier to sleep a little bit before showing the quick move. Holcomb leaning in, ball behind his back, gets the sign. Wilson steps up on the outside corner. Here's the pitch, just a little under the knees, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes from Holcomb to Ka'aihue. Ka'aihue spelled K-E-I-M, pronounced like lime, from Coastal Carolina University. Holcomb ready, and here's the 2-2. Maier running. The pitch is low. Wilson's throw to second base is not in time. It was a skipping throw that bounced in front of the base, and not much that the shortstop Wood could have done as Maier is in there with his second steal of the season. It's been a very sloppy start here for the Travelers in the field. Holcomb walked the first man he faced, then after a sacrifice, he walked into third and allowed the run on a sac fly. And here in the second, Wood bobbles Maier's ground ball to start the inning, and then a stolen base on a throw from the catcher that skipped into the bag. Here's a 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. There's the first out of the inning, a high fastball. And for Holcomb, first strikeout today and his 4th in the season. Here's Kila Ka'aihue. Ka'aihue, who sat out the first 6 games of the season with a hamstring pull. A knee injury. Left-handed batter, and the delivery from Holcomb skips away and gets behind Wilson. It gets to the screen, and that'll be a wild pitch now charged to Holcomb, allowing the go-ahead run to reach third with only 1 out. And the sloppiness continues here. So Holcomb has walked a man, balked one over. He's also now thrown a wild pitch. Amazingly, the Wranglers are a fly ball away from scoring their second run. They have no base hits yet. Infield will play for the out at home. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Ka'aihue. He swings and hits it in the air pretty well to left field. Teal has it measured, and he makes the catch, but this will get the go-ahead run to score. Maier trots home from third, and it's 2-1 Wichita. It's the 3rd sacrifice for Wichita out of their first 7 men that have batted. 2 sacrifice bunts. 1 sacrifice bunt, 2 sac flies. Quite an unselfish team, it seems, that this Wranglers ball club has turned into today. 2 runs on no hits. Matt Tupman now up to the plate with 2 outs. Tupman, left-handed, is hitting .364 on the young season, and the first pitch is pumped in there for a strike. An unearned run charged to Holcomb due to the error by Wood, but James didn't help himself out with a wild pitch. The 0-1 on the way. Tupman takes inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Travs, at back-to-back hits to start the game, end up with a 1-0 lead, but quickly trailing another time by 1 run. Pitch low and away, 2 balls and a strike. Just like yesterday. You hate to see a team score an early run and then just give it all right back. Now the 2-1 is on the way to Tupman, and he hits it hard inside the third base line. But luckily, Teal was playing close to the line in left field. He gets it to the infield quickly enough to keep Tupman to a 2-out single. With Matt Brown playing away from the third base line by about 10 feet, there was no chance for him to make the play. So there's the first base hit of the game for the Wranglers. A 2-out single by Matt Tupman in the second inning. Now it'll be Walter Sevilla coming up to the plate, and Sevilla getting his first Double-A at-bat. He'd gone 2 for 11 at Single-A High Desert. First delivery is up high, ball 1. The Royals were forced to bring Sevilla up because Donnie Murphy was placed on the disabled list. Murphy, the starting second baseman for the Wranglers this year, pulled a hamstring in the first game of the series Tuesday. The 1-0 pitch is right down the middle. Strike 1 to Sevilla. A lot of roster moves already for the Wranglers. We've had Brett Groves go on the disabled list. They brought Sevilla up, and just earlier today, they've released their starting first baseman /DH. Here's a 1-1 pitch, And it's in the dirt. Nice dig by Wilson. 2 balls and a strike. Randy Ruiz, who had started at first base for Wichita on Tuesday and then was the DH the day after, very interestingly, was not in the lineup yesterday, and this morning the Royals released him from the organization. Now, he wasn't an original Royal. He had been with the Phillies last year, been with the Red Sox previously. But a bad attitude got Ruiz released. The 2-1 pitch is hit hard up the middle. Wood gets it in back of second base. Shuffles to Rodlin for the final out of the inning. And the inning is over. That is going to be 1 run for Wichita in the second on 1 base hit. There was 1 error and 1 man stranded. We'll take it into the top of the third. The Wranglers 2 and the Travelers 1 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
When good spark plugs go bad, even a drive in the country is in jeopardy.
Hey, spark plugs, let's get Jackson know there's some performance anxiety.
I don't understand. This never happened before.
Yeah, whatever.
Car's performance letting you down?
Who's this guy?
Autolite XP Extreme Performance Spark Plug.
Mayor, Brad?
You seem different from the other spark plugs.
I have iridium-enhanced fine wire technology for faster ignition and optimum performance.
Ooh, how about that?
Autolite, it's time to change your plugs.
About 3 months ago, I put a new shaft in my driver, and let me tell you, I am hitting the ball 18 yards farther than I've ever hit in my life.
Transmitter ain't up yet, is it?
Rayon Diamante shaft, and it's also won 8 times on the tour this year, including the Masters. For 20 years, Mitsubishi Rayon has built the high-performance shaft in Japan, and now they brought it to America. The Diamante is available in 6 different weights, from 53 to 103 grams, and multiple flexes. Go to MitsubishiRayonGolf.com, and you too can start hitting the ball farther than you've ever hit it in your life. I guarantee it.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. Oh, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real live person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico, 1-800-947-AUTO.
KDXE North Little Rock.
Now the Travelers trailing 2-1 going into the top of the third on what is right now a spectacular-looking night on the Arkansas River in downtown Wichita. Looking out to the south, it is a beautiful pink and orange color with the clouds up in the sky reflecting the sunset right back into us. Just a gorgeous sight this time of year, knowing that we're playing baseball. We can look at that sunset on the beautiful downtown and know that even though the statement isn't really true, all seems right with the world. But all's not right with this game. The Travs down 2-1, top of the third inning after grabbing an early 1-0 lead. Travs giving up 2 runs, none of them coming with a base hit. Dwayne Bacon leads off the third for the Travs against Kyle Middleton. Back to work. The right-hander throws a pitch to Bacon up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Bacon started the game with his second triple of the season. And hopefully stopped the skid at 1 for his previous 22. A 1-0 to Bacon is very high again, ball 2, 2-0. Bacon, Peel, and Wood here in inning number 3. Bacon had tripled and scored on a single by Peel. Back in inning number 1. 2 balls, no strikes on Bacon as he bats from the left side. Waits, here it is. And he hits it high once again to right field, but not deep. Maier coming in for that shallow fly ball, and he makes the catch on the move towards the right field foul line. 1 gone. Check some of the scores across the Texas League on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Our game here in Wichita, the last game to get underway across the league. All the other games have been in progress for a good hour and 15 minutes. Quick visit to the mound by Tupman. Middleton sends him back. Looks like Middleton's lost a little bit of weight this year. Uniform hanging off him, unlike last season. Aaron Peel swinging at the first pitch. Fly ball, right center, coming on for that. Lebansky couldn't catch it. He bobbles it. Peel trying for 2. Here comes the throw. He is safe. And Aaron Peel has gotten himself into scoring position. And the center fielder, Lebansky, may be charged with an error on the play. Certainly a single for Peel. Lebansky was unable to pick it up cleanly, and I think that cost him that base. There's already been 1 error on the Wranglers back in inning number 1. We'll wait to see on what the official scorer calls there. Brandon Wood coming up. He could drive in the tying run for the base hit to the outfield. Wood, line out to center in the first inning. Middleton is ready with his hands together, gets a look at Peel, and here's the pitch. Wood takes a strike on a breaking ball. It is 0-1. Corpus Christi is leading Frisco in the top of the fourth inning 2-1. Although the Hooks are not hitting the ball very well, their pitching has done an outstanding job. Here's an 0-1 to Brandon, and that is a strike at the letters, and it's 0-2. Midland and San Antonio, 0-0 after 3.5. In fact, the Rockhounds still in search of their first hit. Here it's 2-1 Wichita. Top of the third, one out. Peel at second with Wood behind 0-2. Middleton throws, and Brandon swings and grounds to shortstop. Backhand by Sanchez. He looks Peel back to second and throws across for the second out. And Peel had to hold at second base on the play. So that is 6 consecutive at-bats for Wood without getting on base and unable to move the tying run to third. Here's Brown. Well, the Cardinals have really busted out the power stick. They've hit 2 more homers today after hitting 5 yesterday. Rico Washington, the early home run leader in the league, with 5. It is 5th today. Springfield 5, Tulsa 3, top of the 4th. Reed Gorecki's also gone deep for Springfield. And Joe Kashansky, big power prospect for the Rockies, hit his first for the Tulsa Drillers. The batter, Matt Brown, trying to drive in the tying run. And a pitch fouled at the plate by Brown. A changeup. Middleton had him in front, and the count is 0-1. Well, we haven't seen an error go up on the scoreboard, so I'm just going to assume, possibly incorrectly, that Peel is credited with a double instead of a single and an error. Sometimes here in Wichita, it's a little difficult to get information. 0-1 on Brown. He reached on an error by the third baseman Gordon, who misplayed a high bouncer in inning number 1. Brown, 5 hits in this series, 3 for extra bases, and he's driven in 5. Peel taking a look to the middle infield. There's nobody holding him on base. Second baseman Sevilla is playing deep up the middle. And now Middleton sets, turns towards second base and fakes the throw. And again, no one was there. Peel gets back in there anyway. Still taking a nice large lead, good and healthy. Middleton, a long look at the sign. He's got nowhere to go but here, and now Middleton gets that sign. He's ready. A quick glance at Peel, and now the pitch on the way to Brown, and it's low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Middleton, 2 years ago, a Texas League All-Star, finished the season 8-8 with a 4.74 ERA. Last year, his numbers imploded. 531 earned run average. He gave up a career-high 22 home runs, and opponents hit 310 off of him. Middleton back to the stretch on a 1-1 count. The kick, the pitch to Brown. Strike 2 called, a slider. Nice downward tilt to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now, while Middleton hasn't allowed a home run today or this season yet, it is interesting to note that he's allowed 38 home runs in the Texas League. He's given up only 19 in 4 previous years. So coming to Double-A, it's been a little bit tougher going for Middleton. Now the 1-2 pitch to Brown. He checks the swing. It's low, and the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Middleton's first year, 2000, pitched in the Gulf Coast League rookie ball. He had an ERA of 14.85. It's a wonder he came back the next season. He came back and had 3 pretty successful years at Single-A. Now the 2-2 to Brown is low, ball 3. And in that fact, it seems like it's taken about 8 months. Middleton and Brown have taken it as far as it can go. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First base is open, so Peel does not get a head start. Elwood, the batter, on deck. At first, Brown trying to tie the game. 2-1 Wichita with a tying run at second. Here's Middleton's payoff pitch. Brown takes strike 3 at the knees. A fastball, and the third inning is over. No runs for the Travelers on one base hit. There's one man stranded at second. Brown pretty displeased with the call, but that will stand. It is 2-1 Wichita going to the bottom of the third on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
From the hilltops of Atlanta to the California sand.
Come on, one day across the nation. Yeah.
I'm a burrito in every time. Every woman,
Most Burritos, 4834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's in North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Clark Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the Yellow Pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see, milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Opening day at Raywinder Field on Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock first pitch. It'll be the Tulsa Drillers in town for what should be a pretty entertaining series. Two teams that can hit the ball. A lot of prospects will be out there at Raywinder Field. And also, since it's Easter Sunday, it'll be an Easter egg hunt on the field beginning at 3 o'clock. I'd like to wish a very happy and safe Good Friday to those celebrating Good Friday today. You're looking forward to your Easter as well, and hope you include Traveler Baseball in your holiday. Bottom of the third, 2-1 Wichita, and James Holcomb back to work. He delivers a high fastball to Ángel Sánchez. Sánchez at the top of the order for the Wranglers, right-handed, and Holcomb right down the middle with a fastball now. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Wranglers have scored 2 runs off of Holcomb on the 8th of only 1 base hit, and the hit didn't figure into either of the runs. Here's the 1-1, and a strike on the inside corner. Good fastball from James. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sanchez drew a walk in the first. He would be sacrificed to second. Holcomb balked into third, and Butler drove in with a sac fly to right. Here's the 1-2 from Holcomb. Curveball rolled towards third, and off the glove of Matt Brown into left field. Sanchez is aboard. He makes the turn. Peel is in there, able to pick it up, get it to the infield, and Sanchez holds at first base. We'll wait to see the official score on that call. Could be a base hit. Sanchez did hit it hard, and Brown had to reach out for the ball. It looked like he had a chance to play it cleanly, but it kicked off the heel of his glove. So the Travs have had a little trouble with the AstroTurf infield surface. Sanchez on base now. We'll see if the Wranglers decide to sacrifice him up. Toss over to first by Holcomb. Sanchez back over there, and Lebansky, the batter, never gave away if he's going to sacrifice or not. Lebansky did sacrifice Sanchez to second in the first inning, and it led directly to a run. And the Wranglers have really showed they will sacrifice as many times as it takes. Here's a pitch. Lebansky kept the bat back and took a strike, a slider on the inside corner. And it is 0-1 on Lebansky, who's having a rough go of it in his first year at Double-A. After tearing through the California League last year, Lebansky is 3 for 24 this season. Toss to first, back in again is Sanchez. Not uncommon to see a big prospect struggle in the early going at Double-A. Lebansky, I mean, he's a little bit younger than the other 2 first-round picks that the Royals have in their outfield. Pitch on the way, and it's a strike on the outside corner, and Holcomb quick pitched him there and got ahead 0-2. Lubanski, 21 years old, in his 4th professional season, career .296 hitter. He really blossomed last year, hit 28 home runs. Holcomb's 0-2. Curve high and outside, ball one. The other two first-round picks in the outfield for Wichita. And Maier and Butler. Butler's actually the youngest. He's 19. Toss over to first. Again, not in time. Sanchez is back in. Butler at 19 years old. And Maier, the oldest of the first-round picks for the Wranglers, at 23. Levansky, 21. And then Alex Gordon, their third baseman, is 22. Now the 1-2 pitch is line foul. It slices along the left field line, but ends up over by the batting cage area. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clubhouse here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium is located in the left field corner. A very small building located past the fence. It's not connected to the ballpark. And right in front of it is a rather large batting cage. Here's the 1-2 runner going. Pitch out. Perfect pitch out. Fire to second is on the money, and in time, Wilson pegs Sanchez at second base. Good guess by the Travs. They picked the perfect pitch that Sanchez decided to run on a 1-2 count. He was running. 2-6 goes the out. Wilson still has not had a steal on him yet. He's a perfect 3 for 3, catching men stealing. So 1 away, and Levansky batting with a 2-2 count now, and the base is empty. Butler, the on-deck man for the Wranglers. 2-1 Wichita, bottom 3. Here's the windup. Holcomb's 2-2. Strike 3 called. Rung him up on the inside corner. Exactly where Kyle Middleton's final pitch to Matt Brown crossed the plate, and the plate umpire Cameron Fry rung him up then, rung him up again. Here comes Billy Butler. Butler, right-hander, drove in a run with a sac fly in the first inning. Delivery from Holcomb is on the inside corner for a strike. It's the third RBI for Butler this year, but his first of the series. Butler, so far, an all-or-nothing hitter this year. Here's an 0-1, and it is grounded foul outside third. No balls, 2 strikes. Billy Butler with 34 at-bats, 9 base hits, 5 extras, and he struck out 9 times. High fastball from Holcomb brings it to a 1-2 count. So you get the point about Butler. He takes a mighty swing, and he'll miss quite a bit. Here's James with a 1-2. Curve in the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Holcomb, 2 strikeouts thus far. He whipped Adam Kime in the second, and now got Levansky with the second out of the third inning. Official scorer has ruled an error on Matt Brown on the ground ball by Sanchez, so 2 errors on the Travelers. Here is the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a chopper to the hole at short. It'll test Wood. He goes to short and left. He throws it into dirt to first, and a great play by Greg Porter. He got his feet tangled up with the runner, but Porter somehow took that short hop up into his midsection and squeezed it. And so the third inning is finished. 6-3 goes the out. Both Wood and Porter get a star for that. The fans here disagree. 1 error by the Travelers, no hits, nobody left. We'll go into the 4th inning now, and it's Wichita 2 and Arkansas 1 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with the Safe Driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Stone Lakes Golf Course is one of Central Arkansas's hidden sports gems. Located just 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road. Stone Lake features a unique link-style course and some of the most reasonable green speeds around, complete with driving range plus chipping and putting greens and a full-range snack bar. Stone Lakes has everything a good duffer needs. Check out a hole-by-hole description on stonelakes.net or call 945-0945 for Stone Lakes.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
3 innings in the books here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The Wichita Wranglers leading the Travs by a count of 2-1. Here are the totals through 3 innings. For Arkansas, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors. The Travs have stranded 1 in each inning. And for the Wranglers, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and Wichita has stranded only 1. Kyle Middleton, the starting pitcher for Wichita, has pitched around 4 hits to allow just the 1 run. Aaron Peel is 2 for 2. But Mike Elward leads off the 4th at the 5-hole, and here's the first pitch for Middleton. Curveball in there for a strike. 0-1. Elward flat out to right field in inning number 1. He is now 4 for 13 over the series. Middleton, the right-hander, back to the wind. The 0-1 is a fastball, and Elward hits it a ton in the air, very deep to left field. That one on its way to the parking lot. Get out of here. And Mike Elward tied it up with his first home run of the season, a moonshot to the parking lot in the Baptist Church past the left field wall. So that'll tie the game. Elward with his 7th RBI of the year. And now in this series, he has 5 hits, all of them extra bases. So it's the first home run off Middleton this season. And now Jason Espino coming up to the plate. Middleton stepped off the rubber and looked to his right fielder. Maier told him to be ready. Pitch on the way to Espino, and he hits it a ton to the right field corner. Did the Travs just go back-to-back? They did not. It is called foul. The first base umpire, Abe Froman, calls it foul. Espino was already on his way to second base in his home run trot. There will be no argument from the Traveler dugout, although a couple of the guys have stood up out of the dugout, and they disagree. I don't see Ty Boykin coming out from the third base coach's box. Keith Johnson, the first base coach, had a good look at that, but he also is not arguing with the base umpire. Keep in mind they are replacement umps, but they've done a very good job, and it's too difficult for me to tell from here whether that was right or wrong. So now an 0-1 to Espino, and he grounds hard to shortstop. Sanchez plays it, and the throw to first retires Espino. Too bad. I tell you what, Jason was darn close to that home run. And Espino walking back into the first base dugout. He is biting his lip. Very disappointed with the call. Well, if that was a home run and Jason had it taken away from him, you got a feel for him. After what happened in the playoffs last year. Bobby Wilson, the batter. Hard ground ball, first pitch to third. Gordon right there. The fire to first in time. And Wilson will trot back to the dugout, 1 for 2. I tell you what, the Travs getting some good swings at Kyle Middleton here in inning number 4. Mike Elward starts the frame with a home run. Espino hit what had home run distance, but called foul. And Wilson hit a very hard ground ball now as well. So now Greg Porter stands in. Porter reached on a fielder's choice grounder in the second inning. And Greg, left-handed batter, waits. Here's a pitch. And it's low, ball 1. Porter is 2 for 17 this year. He has struck out 9 times. Middleton winds. The right-hander rears. His fastball is tipped foul at the plate and squeezed by the catcher. It'll be strike 1 on Porter, 1-1. We have our first final score from the major leagues. The Angels lose a tough one at Baltimore, 6-5. Pitch on the way, ball 2, low and outside to Porter. Angels gave Irvin Santana an early 4-1 lead, but he couldn't hold it. He was out of the game after the 7th. The score was tied at that point. The 2-1 to Porter, change up, swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ton of home runs in Baltimore today. Jeff Mathis hit his first major league home run, one of 4 hit by the Halos. The Orioles also answered with 4 home runs as Porter hits a hard ground ball into right field for a 2-out single. Ka'aihue, the first baseman, the closest to that hard grounder, but it went right through him into the hole at second base. And Greg Porter collects the second base hit of this inning, and for the Travs, it's their 6th of the game. So Jeff Mathis with his first Major League home run. Juan Rivera, Adam Kennedy, and Garrett Anderson also going deep. The Orioles got David Nguyen, Roberto Hernandez, Jay Gibbons, and Nick Markakis hit his second. The pitch to Eric Rodland, lined to the left field for another base hit, 3rd of the inning. It'll be a single. Porter holds at second base, and Rodland collects his 4th hit in 8 at-bats against Wichita in this series. Travs continue to get great swings off of Middleton, but only 1 run to show for it here in the 4th. We go to the top of the order with Dwayne Bacon.
Center fielder Dwayne Bacon.
2-2 score, top 4. Mike Elwood led the inning off with a home run. Bacon steps in, and the clever folks here in Wichita playing all kinds of fun little audio clips as Dwayne comes up. 2 years ago when Dallas McPherson played here, they had the theme song from Dallas. Pitch on the way, a curve low to Bacon, ball 1. I'm sure everywhere Dwayne has played in his career, as a young kid, as a collegiate player, as a minor league player, people have jabbed him a little bit about his last name. It's not every day that you share a name with an actor who is connected to just about everyone in the universe, it seems. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Strike 1, outside corner to Dwayne Bacon. No relation, by the way, between Dwayne and Kevin. I'm going to have to ask Dwayne if he's a Kevin Bacon fanatic. Porter at second and Rodland at first, 2 outs. The pitch to Dwayne. He takes a strike, a slider on the inside corner. Bacon is 1 for 2, a triple. Back in the 1st inning, a fly out to right field in the 3rd, both times to the plate. He's hit a high fly ball to right field. Falling behind now 1 and 2, the switch hitter. Trying to give the Travs what would be their 2nd lead of the evening. Middleton will check Porter from the stretch. Now the kick. The pitch to Bacon is chopped to the first baseman, Ka'aihue. He plays it on a big bounce and beats Bacon to the base. Inning over. Travs manager 1 run on 3 hits. And strand 2. Mike Elwood's homer has tied the game. 2-2 going into the bottom of the 4th on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points. And you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at afcu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
It's a season to remember as the Arkansas Travelers make 2006 their final season at historic Ray Winter Field. Baseball fans in Central Arkansas have been enjoying minor league baseball for 74 years at Ray Winter Field. And next year, the Travelers will be moving into a brand new stadium, Dickey Stevens Park in North Little Rock. This season is the time to come and make some memories and relive the excitement of Arkansas Travelers baseball. All season long, Little Rock's ESPN 1380 brings you the action with Phil Elson's play-by-play. Join us for Arkansas Travelers baseball here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back on Little Rock's ESPN 1380 in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Travs 2 and the Wichita Wranglers 2. I'm Phil Elson with you here from Wichita's Lawrence Dumont Stadium. In Game 4 of this 5-game series, the Travs winning the first 2 games with losing yesterday. James Holcomb back on the hill to face the cleanup batter Alex Gordon. And Gordon will take a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Gordon followed by Mitch Maier and Adam Ka'aihue, 2 lefties and a righty. Holcomb in 3 innings, He's only allowed one hit but 2 runs. Here's the 1-0, and Gordon takes a strike on the outside. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Gordon grounded out in the first. He ended that inning. Holcomb allowed a run to the first on a walk, a sac bunt, a balk, and a sac fly. Allowed a run to the second on an error, a steal, a wild pitch, and a sac fly. The 1-1 in the dirt again. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Holcomb in 3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 wild pitch, a balk. 1 of the 2 runs is earned. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And low, ball 3, 3-1. Leadoff batters made it on base in each of the first 3 innings for Wichita. And twice the Wranglers have been able to bring them around to score. Here's the windup. The 3-2 to Gordon is hit in the air to deep right center field. And that one's going to get between the outfielders at the very least. It hits the fence, so it'll be extra bases. Gordon into second base. He stopped. He had thoughts about trying for 3, and I'll tell you what, folks, he had a triple, and for some reason he put on the brakes at second base. Boy, I'll tell you what, Alex Gordon can flat out run. The kid can fly. He's a lot faster than you expect, a power-hitting prospect third baseman, but he had third base easy. Can't figure out any reason that he stopped so quickly. I mean, by the time he got to second base, the ball had not even yet been thrown by the center fielder Bacon, and Bacon had to pick it up along the right center field wall. So Gordon just missed himself his first professional triple. Instead, it's his 4th double. Mitch Maier now the batter, and the Travs guard a bunt. He doesn't bunt. He takes it low. 1 ball, no strikes. Brown will play even at third base. Wood from shortstop is holding Gordon on. Rodlin at second. He's playing at normal depth, and Porter normal depth at first. Maier left-handed, reached on Wood's error in the second. Here's a 1-0, and that's ball 2 under the knees. Time called, and Wilson heads out to the mound for a chat with his pitcher. We have another final score. This one comes from Comerica Park. The Tigers defeat Cleveland 5-1 with Brandon Inge hitting 2 homers. Curtis Granderson also hit his 3rd of the year. Kenny Rogers picks up the win. He defeats Jake Westbrook. Each pitcher with a 2-1 record. Big pitcher coming up for Holcomb. He's behind Maier 2-0 with a go-ahead run at second and no outs. Holcomb kicks and delivers, and it is hit in the air towards center field. It slices away from Bacon. Dwayne can't get there. Falls in for a hit. Gordon was holding at second. He's going to try to score all the way from second base, and he'll get there. No play. Into second is Maier with a stand-up double, and the Wranglers are back in front 3-2. Perfectly placed by Maier. Bacon was positioned towards right center field, and Maier hit a slicing fly ball towards left center, and it just kept going away and away from Bacon. He just couldn't get to it. And so Maier is credited with a double, and it's 3-2 Wichita, and the pressure remains on Holcomb with a runner at second and nobody out. Adam Keim, the batter, he struck out in inning number 2. Holcomb from the stretch. And he delivers to Keim. It's up high, ball 1. Well, the Wranglers, if nothing else, are playing efficient baseball. 3 hits, 3 runs. Leadoff man has reached 4 times. They've scored him 3 of those times. Here's the 1-0 to Keim. It is lined the other way towards the foul line, and it is a foul ball. Foul by a good half foot. And the count now is 1 ball and 1 strike on Keim, the DH. Oh, Maier's really turned it on. He was not having a very strong first series in this year. In fact, he was 2 for 21 against Springfield. But Maier now in this series with 6 hits, a home run, 2 doubles, and 5 runs batted in. So Maier having his way here in this series. Keim the batter, Maier at second, 3-2 Wranglers. 1 ball, 1 strike from Holcomb. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive. Diving catch by Matt Brown behind third base. That was spectacular. A web gem without a doubt. Just perfect. Not only does Brown save a run, but he saves extra bases. That had a double written all over it. And Brown he made that diving catch with none other than Hall of Fame third baseman George Brett on hand. Brett, who is a special assistant in the Royals front office, is here today. He lives in Kansas City, and the Royals are on the road, so he came to watch some of the players. In fact, he's up in the luxury suite level. And Matt Brown just made a George Brett-style play in front of George Brett. That's pretty cool. Kila Ka'aihue, the batter, he takes a high breaking ball, and it's 1-0. In fact, just before our interview, I had let Matt know that George Brett was here. Not many of the Travs knew about it. And his face lit up. He said, well, he watched him play when he was a little kid. And everyone's a fan of George Brett, aren't they? The 1-0 pitch to Ka'aihue is inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, as far as third basemen go, Brett's one of the best. Right up there with Brooks Robinson, Mike Schmidt, Eddie Matthews, Ty Trainer. Now the 2-0 to Ka'aihue. He swings and lines it towards center, but Bacon is there to squeeze it. Maier tagging, faking the tag. He holds it second. And boy, the Wranglers haven't missed a line drive yet in this 4th inning. Everything's been hit hard. Gordon, the leadoff double. Maier doubled him in. Kime lined out with Brown making a spectacular play at third base, and now Ka'aihue lines out to center. Lines all over the place here in the bottom of the 4th. Bobby Wilson goes out to try to speak with Holcomb. Holcomb, one of the favorite pitchers of this Traveler coaching staff, and it's not to take away from the other guys on the pitching staff, but Holcomb is not very highly touted. You don't hear about him as a prospect. And if you're judging by his numbers from last year, you might not be all that impressed with an ERA over 5. But keep in mind, James was injured all of 2004. He basically missed a year and a half in his career. This is a big season for him. We'll see a lot about what he's made up of. Matt Tupman, the hitter, he takes up high ball 1 from Holcomb. And with the exception of the first man he's faced today, he's again been a strike-throwing machine, though he's been behind in the count here in the 4th inning. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Tupman, and that's up high again, ball 2. I think one of the problems for Holcomb here in this 4th inning is he's missing up high. Not just out of the strike zone, but he's missing high in the strike zone. And quite often that turns into hard-hit line drives, which has happened to all 4 hitters. Dangerous 2-0 pitch is on the way to Tupman. Here it is, and it's at the knees of strike 2 and 1. Wichita leading 3-2. The Wranglers have scored in 3 of the first 4 innings of this game. Travs have managed to score in half of the 4 innings. Long look for Holcomb at the sign, longer than usual, twirling the ball around. He gets it, accepts it, and time is called at play. Tupman very concerned with the level of smoothness in the left side of the batter's box. He continues to just smooth out the dirt with his foot. Now in there, and Holcomb gets the sign, sets under the belt, and the 2-1 pitch to Tupman is hit in the air to right center field. It is shallow. Espedo a long run, but that'll fall in front. A base hit. Maier around third to score the second run of the inning, and the Wranglers have grabbed a 2-run lead. So Tupman with his second hit of this game, he's now 6 for 11 in the series. That's his second RBI. And the Wranglers lead 4-2. Oddly enough, that was the weakest hit ball of the inning by Wichita. Might have found its way in front of the right fielder. Walter Sevilla, the hitter, he's the 6th man to bat in inning number 4 for Wichita. Right-hander, and he swings and misses at a high fastball for strike 1. So the Wranglers 4 and the Travelers 2 in the bottom of the 4th. Travs are going to have to break out the bats today, and they've already put up 7 hits, but have scored just twice. Tupman will take only about a 3-step lead as Holcomb sets and deals the 0-1, and Sevilla fouls it straight back, and it is 0-2. We'll get to the games for the major leagues that are in progress during the 5th inning. Gave it the 2 finals, Baltimore 6, the Angels 5, Cleveland 5, Detroit 5, and Cleveland 1. Here it's 4-2 Wichita. Holcomb trying to finish off Sevilla as he pauses under his belt and steps off. And he looks coming back to first base. Back-to-back doubles to start the inning by Gordon and Maier. Then after 2 outs, Tupman drives Maier in with a single. Back to the stretch now. The 0-2 pitch to Sevilla is low, and it's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It appears that the Wrangler batters are laying off the curveball that Holcomb is featuring today. And sometimes it's tough to get away with it if you're not an overpowering pitcher. Here's the 1-2, and it is lined the other way once again. It's going to fall in for a base hit. Espedo hustling to cut it off. He does in foul territory. Tupman on the third base. They'll try to score him. Espedo dropped the ball in the right field corner, and Tupman scores. Sevilla to third. Espedo hustled so hard to get into that corner in right field that once he got to the ball, he dropped it as he tried to brace himself to crash into the foul fence. And that cost a run, perhaps, as Sevilla gets to third base. Tupman scores the third run of the inning, and now it's 5-2 Wichita. And that will be it appears, for Tupman. I'm not sure yet. I mean, there's nobody warming up in the bullpen, but here comes Tyrone Boykin out of the Arkansas dugout. And Ty, I mean, when it comes to him coming out of the dugout, it is very rare that Boykin appears out of the dugout and does not make a pitching change. Michel Simard has just thrown his first warm-up pitch right now, and Boykin has him warming up with purpose. Ty might not go to him right now, but I think if he had him up a batter ago, he'd bring him in right now. The fact of the matter is that James Holcomb is having a very rough fourth inning. He's faced 6 hitters. All 6 batters have hit the ball hard. Luckily for Holcomb, he's had 2 fine plays made by Matt Brown and by Dwayne Bacon. And now he's going to face Ángel Sánchez, the 7th hitter, to come to the plate. Wichita 5 and the Travelers 2. Now we'll have to wait to see if the official score gives an error on Jason Espedo or if he calls that a triple for Sevilla. But Sevilla, one way or the other, is at third base. The batter is Sanchez. He's walked and reached on an error. Holcomb was looking for the sign from the windup. Now he leans in from the stretch. He's ready, and the first pitch on the way to Sanchez, and he swings and grounds to Brown at third. He'll play that one. He'll throw across to first, and that will end inning number 4. Big inning for Wichita. They put up 3 runs on 4 base hits. No word on if there were any errors, but so far no errors, 1 stranded. And we'll take it into the top of the 5th inning. Wichita leading 5-2 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast to work. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Bro, knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an instant test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then, run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at Ag Pro Central, Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Well, just as in every game in this series, the Arkansas Travelers are trailing by 3. They've trailed by 3 at some point in every one of the 4 games of this series so far. The Wranglers certainly earned their runs in the bottom of the 4th with 4 base hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and a single. They rally for 3 and take a 5-2 lead and hand it over to Kyle Middleton. Middleton, I mean, he's pitching around a lot of hits. This is one of those duct tape and bubblegum games for him. 7 hits in 4 innings with 2 runs. Aaron Peel is the batter. He's 2 for 2. And Middleton begins with a breaking ball inside 1-0. We owe you some scores from the bigs. We'll get them in just a moment. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Peel looks at a breaking ball, strike one, 1-1. Pirates and Cubs, top of the 7th. The Cubs holding on to an 8-6 lead. 3 homers for the Bucks. Craig Wilson, Jason Bay, and Nate McLeod. A chopper by Peel, hugging the third base line, back in by Gordon. He'll hold on to the ball, and Peel is safe at first with no play. That'll be his third base hit of the evening. Well, Gordon fielded that chopper about halfway in, and it's probably a smarter idea to just hold on to the ball and not risk the error. The Wranglers have a 3-run lead to work with. By the way, Michel Simard continuing to warm up in the bullpen, so it appears that Holcomb's going to get pulled before the start of the 5th. Brandon Wood stepping in. The Travs really need something from Wood here to get back up there. Wood is 0 for 2. He's flat to center and grounded to short. Middleton fires over to first, and Peel is picked off. What is he doing so far off the base? And I think that, well, it might not be Peel's fault. Travs first base coach Keith Johnson is arguing to the home plate umpire. He's telling him that Middleton should be called for a balk. KJ is pretty animated right now, and he now backs away from Fry, who met him halfway down the first baseline. The Travs coaching staff earlier today, before we got onto the bus, they were commenting about how they thought that while the umpires are doing a good job of calling balls and strikes, judgment calls and everything, they feel that they're not quite up to speed on legal moves to first by the pitchers. A delivery to Wood is at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. So, I mean, Peel's going to be picked off here 1-3, and may have laid the blame a little too heavy on Aaron. Middleton may have gotten away with a balk move. Pitch to Brown, chopper along the third base line. Gordon right there. He'll fire to first, and that is out number 2. And Wood showing a little bit of frustration, firing his bat as he got out of the batter circle. 2 outs here in inning number 5 for the Travelers after Peel started the inning with a leadoff single. I mean, it does merit saying that the umpires that are working here, they are replacement umpires. They've done a good job. The Traveler coaching staff may have a legal beat here that the umpires are not quite ready for the balk call. Delivery to Matt Brown. Slider up high, ball 1. And Tim Bittner was telling us when he was playing college ball, his pitching coach taught him literally a balk move, an illegal move. But the college umpires were not looking after it. They weren't ready for it. He could get away with it any time he wanted. Here's a 1-0 to Brown. And there's a strike with a breaking ball, 1-1. Brown has reached on an error, been called out on strikes as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Middleton. Brown waited for the curve, but still ahead of it. He chopped it foul outside third base. Back to the out-of-town scores. The Mets 3, the Brewers nothing. Bottom of the 4th, Xavier Nady hit his second home run for the New Yorkers. The Mets, the hottest team in baseball now, they're 7-1 and have really come out of the gate swinging. Trying to dethrone the Braves in the East Division of the National League, and the Braves are tied in the bottom of the 7th with the Padres 4-4. Edgar Renteria hit a home run. Here's a 1-2 to Brown. It's up high, and it's 2-2. Bottom of the 6th at Florida, the Marlins leading the Nationals 4-3 in a battle of probably the 2 worst teams in the National League outside of Pittsburgh. Phillies 5, Rockies 3. Top of the 3rd. Pitch to Brown, ground ball right side. Sevilla there, deep in the hole at second base. He'll flip to first and end the inning. And the Travelers go without a run, no runs. 1 hit, nobody left. And we'll go into the bottom of the 5th with the Wichita Wranglers leading 5-2. This is Traveler Baseball on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the catfish?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, best-selling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
A new pitcher comes on for the Arkansas Travelers to pitch in the bottom of the 5th inning. As starting pitcher James Holcomb lasts only 4 innings today. And that is the shortest start for a 2006 Arkansas Travelers starting pitcher. Not good news the last couple of days out of the rotation. James Holcomb and Stephen Shell were unable to go 5 innings. Shell yesterday 4 1/3 innings, gave up 6 runs. Holcomb 4 innings today, and he gives up 5 runs. So Michel Simard is about to make his Double-A debut. One of only 2 Traveler players who are from outside the United States. Simard is from North America. Michel hails from Quebec in Canada. Charlesbourg in Quebec. I know I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. His first pitch of the inning to Chris Levansky is popped up in a shallow left center. Brandon Wood calling it. And Brandon Wood catching it about 20 feet out there. And Levansky is out number 1. And that'll bring Billy Butler to the plate. Michel Simard, 24 years old. Again from Charlesbourg in Quebec. 6'4", 200 pounds. A 25th round pick of the Angels in 2002. He played his college ball at St. Petersburg Community College, which has been a very popular place for Angels talent to come from. Simard dealing to Billy Butler, and it is low for a ball, 1-0. Simard been mostly a starting pitcher in his career. A delivery, a check swing, strike on the swing. On the outside half is where the pitch was anyway, and it's 1-1. Butler, sac fly in the 1st inning for the Wranglers' first run, and he grounded out in the 3rd. The 1-1 pitch is way outside from Simard, and it is 2 balls and a strike. Michel with a hand over the head wind up, a high leg kick, a quick delivery, and a strike at the knees, and it's 2-2. Simard trying for a strikeout here, but a pitch is popped out of play over the first base side by Butler. Simard with a career record of 20 wins and 15 losses. 4.24 ERA. Made only 1 appearance with Rancho Cucamonga this year, when an inning in the 3rd. Now the 2-2 to Butler. They'll take it up high, and the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with Alex Gordon on deck for Wichita. One out of the base is empty as Simard deals the payoff. And it is hit right to the first baseman Porter on a line drive, and Greg makes the catch for out number 2. Here's the line on Holcomb. 4 innings, he gave up 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 5 hits and 1 walk, 1 wild pitch, 1 balk, and Holcomb struck out 2.
Next up, third baseman, Alex Gordon.
Here's Alex Gordon. Gordon, a ground out of the 1st and a double and a run scored in the 4th. Pitch on the way to the left-hander, and he popped it out of play for a strike. In the National League, top of the 2nd, Arizona and Houston, 0-0. A renewal of one of the top rivalries in Major League Baseball tonight at Dodger Stadium, the Giants and the Dodgers. Pitch on the way to Gordon, outside 1-1. In the American League, it's Kansas City trailing Tampa Bay on the top of the ninth, 7-2. Pitch is swung on and missed, a curve by Gordon, and it's 1-2. Kansas City had a 2-0 lead going into the seventh. Tampa 3 in the seventh, 4 in the eighth. And they're 3 outs away from winning it. Minnesota ahead of the Yankees in the sixth inning, 2-1. And after 4 in Chicago, White Sox 5, Blue Jays 2. DeMard comes home and only missed the inside corner by an eyelash. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Texas at Oakland tonight. Kevin Millwood will pitch for the Rangers. Harry Zito for Oakland. The pitch grounded on the right side. Porter off the line will pick it. Simard covers. The flip is in time, and Michel Simard with a perfect 5th inning in his Double-A debut. 5 are in the books here in Wichita. The Wranglers 5, the Travelers 2 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Hey, Gary Eubanks and Associates, you've heard us talk about what we bring to the table. You ask what that means to you. Well, these verdicts and settlements are real results we've achieved for our clients, as large as $19 million for one case. While facts differ and results vary on each case, you should put this experience on your side. Insurance companies notice, and that creates settlements. And remember, at Gary Eubanks and Associates, we'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at ascu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
KDXE North Little Rock.
Arkansas Traveler Baseball is going into the top of the 6th inning here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Nightfall has settled in here, and it is a very, very comfortable night. Much better than yesterday when we played baseball at about 91 degrees in mid-April, and a lot of the guys weren't quite ready for it. 81 degrees at the moment. 1 mile an hour wind, and never used to 1 mile an hour wind in Wichita. There's the 50 mile an hour gusts that we're supposed to get. Phil Elson with you along the banks of the Arkansas River. Travs having a rough go of it tonight. 5-2, they're trailing Wichita, even though the Travs are out hitting the Wranglers 8-5. Wichita has come through the big hits at the right time. Mike Elward will lead off inning number 6 for the Travs. Kyle Middleton back on the mound, and he comes home with a fastball for strike 1. Elward fly to right field in the first, and homered to left his last time to the plate in the 4th inning. Another pitch, curve up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Elward's home run to lead off the 4th tied the game at 2 very shortly. For the Wranglers, put up 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th for their current 3-run lead. Middleton comes with a breaking ball. That's up high. A close one there. It's 2 balls, 1 strike on Elward. Jason Espedo in the on-deck area, and Bobby Wilson waiting in the wings. Middleton's 2-1 to Elward is chopped high towards third base. It's foul. Alex Gordon picked it up in the sliding pit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Upcoming homestand for the Travs, the first homestand in the last season at Ray Winder Field. Opening day on Sunday, 4 o'clock. Screaming Kids Day, better known as School Kids Day, presented by Pettigene Meats on Monday, 10:30 in the morning. Those who feel like braving the Screaming Kids, there's going to be a discount ticket in the Democrat Gazette on Monday morning, right in the sports section. Get you in for $3. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Elward. Swinging another ground ball, but this one inside the third base line. Picked up by Gordon on a backhand attempt. His throw is offline, but Ka'aihue comes down the line, catches the ball, and tags Elward. for out number 1. And Middleton has set down 3 batters in a row, which is his longest streak of the night. Next Tuesday is our first Exxon family night of the season. You've got those discount tickets located at Little Rock area Exxon stations right now. Villa Italian Restaurant, Golden Corral Bingo between innings. Wednesday, discount tickets anywhere Ready Ice is sold. That'd be most Little Rock Exxon or Shell stations. Pitch to Espedo, broken bat, ground ball to second base. Sanchez, the shortstop, fields it in front of the base and flips over to first. And Espedo is out number 2. And there's a couple hundred shards of wood on the field. Second baseman Sevilla holding the slimmest piece of wood, and it's literally about the thickness of a thumbnail. Boy, Middleton got right into Espedo's kitchen there, and Espedo's grounded out 3 times today. New promotion on Thursday at Ray Winder Field. Every Thursday home game this season is a Petit-Jean family night. Just go to your local grocery store, pick up any packet of Petit-Jean meat products. You can bring the wrapper, hopefully cleaned out, or the receipt to the ballpark for any Thursday home game and get in for a discount admission of just $3 per person. The batter is Bobby Wilson, and Bobby fouls a pitch straight back, strike 1. Wilson 1 for 2. Singled in the second. He bounced out in the 4th. And Middleton settling into a little groove here. 4 batters in a row, and he set down 5 of 6. The right-hander's 0-1 to Wilson is swung on and fouled straight back again. Strike 2. Friday and Saturday, magnetic schedule giveaways. Organ Donor Awareness Night on Friday, April 21st, brought to you by the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency. You come see Miss Arkansas, Eudora Mosley, throw out the first pitch and sing the Star Spangled Banner. An 0-2 to Wilson, swinging a line drive into center. Lebansky slides. He couldn't catch it. It goes all the way past him. It goes all the way to the fence, and Bobby Wilson is off to the races. He's on his way to third, and the stop sign is up. Bobby Wilson, a 2-out triple here in inning number 6. Well, Lebansky, the center fielder, just could not make up his mind whether he wanted to go all out for that one or hang back and play it on a bounce. He got caught in between, and it made him look bad. Wilson with the triple, his first of the season. I'm venturing a guess to say that Bobby hasn't put together many triples over his career. Not extremely fleet of foot. That's only his second triple in a 4-year career. That is, if the official score does not rule an error, and I don't think he can. So, there's a duck on the pond at third base with Wilson's second hit of the night. Greg Porter, the batter, he singled his last time up. Here's a pitch. He swings and grounds it along first. It is foul. Strike 1. Wichita 5 and the Travelers 2. Top of the 6th inning. The Travs are getting their swings. 9 base hits off of Middleton, but only 2 runs, coming on a single by Aaron Peel and a home run by Mike Elwood. Travs have left 5 men on base so far. Porter with 1 RBI this year. The left-handed batter looking to drive one in. Here is the 0-1, and it is a strike on the low outside corner as Porter falls behind 0-2. The infield waiting for Porter to pull the ball. They produce a gap just to the right of second base, and a lot of room on the third base line. Middleton trying to get through the 6th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Porter, and it's ball 1, low and outside. Tried the corner of the fastball and just missed it. The outfield is straight away and not deep anyway. Middleton kicks. Porter waits. He swings at the 1-2 and lines the base into left field, and that'll score Wilson. A big 2-out single by Greg Porter put the Travs into a 2-run deficit. It's now 5-3. Nice piece of hitting there by Porter. On a 1-2 count, just went with the pitch. It was up in the zone. He didn't try to do too much with it and just lined it the other way. His second RBI of the year. Porter came into this game with 2 hits on the season, and he's collected 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats. Action in the Wichita bullpen with Middleton struggling now. Eric Rodlin batting. He takes the first pitch up high. 1 ball, no strikes. See who that is warming up in the pen. Thad Markray getting loose. Markray pitch against the Travs Tuesday, so today would be his bullpen day. Might come in to try to finish the 6th inning. Rodland ground out in a single today, 1 for 2. He swings at a pitch, and it's a high fly ball to the right center field gap. Maier running out there. That's over his head. It hits the fence. Here comes Porter to third. He will score. And into second base is Rodland with a stand-up double. 2-out lightning for the Travs in the 6th inning as they cut the Wichita lead to just 1 run. Eric Rodland, a pick-to-click for Ken Patterson yesterday. The Trav pitching coach said that Rodland was going to start pounding the ball. And all he's done in his last 6 at-bats is collect 4 base hits, 2 of them doubles. So Tupman walks Middleton back to the mound as they give Markray some more time to warm up. Wranglers have not sent pitching coach Larry Carter out to the hill yet. But that is the 11th base hit for the Arkansas Travelers today. 3rd in a row, and looks like Middleton doesn't have much left. Here comes Frank White out of the Wichita dugout, and he may be making a pitching change right now. He crosses the foul line. He looks out to the bullpen and points, and that is it for Kyle Middleton. They're going to go to Thad Markray instead. Middleton, 5 2/3. He leaves with a tying run at second base. So the Travs have battled back into this one, and we'll take a 60-second break. The AT&T call to the bullpen. AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet, AT&T Dish Network satellite television, voice services, and singular wireless. 4 great services all from one place. The new AT&T, your world delivered. It's the Travelers trailing 5-4, but a chance to tie it after this break on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered. Taxes, other charges, and federal numbers will service cost recovery Fiesta. High-speed internet and credible card after 3 months paid service and excludes that USF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit AT&T.com/for details. Not available in all areas.
Travelers are a base hit from tying this game up. They've already collected 11 hits over the first 5 2/3 innings, and they knock Wichita's starter out of the game in inning number 6. Kyle Middleton, 5 2/3, 11 hits. So far, he's given up 4 runs. All of those runs are earned, and he is responsible for Rodland at second base. Thad Markray comes out of the bullpen to pitch for the moment. Markray, 6'2", 235 pounds. Been a veteran of pro ball since 1998 when he was a third baseman in the Reds organization. The Travelers hit him pretty well on Tuesday out of the bullpen. Hit 2 home runs off him. Scored 3 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Dwayne Bacon at the plate, trying to be the 4th Traveler batter to consecutively reach after 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Bacon batting left-handed is 1 for 3. A pitch on the way, and it's inside, ball 1. Middleton, it really looked like he was starting to smooth things out after allowing a leadoff single in the 5th inning. He set down 4 in a row, including the first 2 batters here in inning number 6, but then Bobby Wilson triples. Greg Porter singles him in. Eric Rodland doubles to score Porter. Here's the 1-0 to Bacon. Right in there for a strike, 1-1. For Markray, this is his 3rd appearance of the year. Each time out of the bullpen. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, and a pair of homers. Brandon Wood took him deep on Tuesday. Here's the 1-1 to Bacon. It is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Wood took him deep, so did David Gates. Aaron Peel currently on deck, and then Wood would come up. Rodland is left to take a rather large lead from second base. No one holding. Here's the 2-1 to Bacon. Swinging a ground ball, base hit into center field. Rodlin trots around third base as Lebansky throws into second, and this game is tied. Wayne Bacon with his first RBI of the season, and the Travs have put up 3 runs in the 6th inning to tie the game 5-5. All this with 2 outs, folks. 4 consecutive base hits by the rallying Travs. Close the book on Middleton. It is 5 runs, all of them earned. And Middleton will get a no decision today, and so does James Holcomb. And it's good for Holcomb, too, because he got a loss on Saturday in a game that he pitched very well. Didn't have a great start today, but it won't reflect on his win and loss record. Kickoff move to first. Bacon is back in there. And Dwayne was caught leaning the wrong way, and once again, Keith Johnson has the look on his face and the body language. He thinks that the first base umpire, Froman, again, just does not understand the balk rule. Mark Ray into the stretch. Peel the batter. Aaron is 3 for 3. Here's another throw to first base, and Bacon is back in there. And Johnson continues to plead his case with the umpire about what he believes is a balk move to first. Bacon 2 steals in this series. Decent lead. About 4.5 feet. Mark Ray steps off. We've known Mark Ray from previous years to really slow things down. He'll grind the game to a halt in a spot like this with a man on base. He'll just throw maybe 1 pitch every 2 minutes, it seems. Now into the stretch as Peel waits for the first delivery. And Mark Ray steps off. You'd imagine Bacon would be off and running at some point to give Peel a chance, whether it's a hit and run or a straight steal. Now Mark Ray ready. Finally delivers a pitch. Bacon stays, and Peel hits the ball high to right field. He hit it well. He hit it deep, but not deep enough. Mitch Maier at the warning track makes the catch, and that 6th inning is finished for the Travelers. But a rather big 6th inning, all with 2 outs, 3 runs on 4 base hits, and 1 man left. Bottom of the 6th is on the way. The Travs 5 and the Wranglers 5 on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
In a spot like this,
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discount you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and also Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, North Central.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We've got ourselves a game tonight here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The Arkansas Travelers trailed by 3 heading into the top of the 6th inning, and they rallied for 3 runs, all with 2 outs.
Right fielder, Mitch Maier.
Michel Simard back onto the hill for the Travs. Simard retired the side in order in his first inning of work back in the 5th. Maier to lead off for the Wranglers, and the left-hander takes a pitch low from Simard for ball 1. Maier has not been retired today. He scored twice, reached on an error and doubled. He has 1 RBI. Simard pumps one down the middle, a fastball for strike 1. Maier, the 5-hitter with Kime and Ka'aihue, also due up. Here's the windup, and the 1-1 is a changeup, bounced softly foul past first base. Simard, very quick-looking windup. He's got, it almost looks like he rushes his delivery to the plate, but it seems to be effective for the moment. The 1-2 on the way. Maier takes the breaking ball up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Check the Texas League scores here in the bottom of the 6th. And the game should be coming close to a close. Pitch on the way. Fouled back off the facade of the home broadcast booth. 3 booths to my left. Still 2-2. Boy, if the Traps could keep Wichita from getting that leadoff man on base. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Maier swings and lofts one into left field. Here comes Peel, but couldn't get there. Ball's in front of him for Maier's second hit of the game. And Wichita has had the leadoff man reach base now 5 times in 6 innings. The Wranglers, we said, have not been afraid to play small ball. Let's see if they put Adam Keim up to the plate to drop a sacrifice bunt. Keim is struck out in line to third today. He's 0 for 2. Maier takes the lead, and here's a pitch. Keim will not bunt. He will take the pitch high, ball 1. They are coming to a close at Corpus Christi, where Frisco leads an 8-2 over the Hooks. Lance Grayson hit his first home run for the Rough Riders. And the Hooks have committed 3 errors. Simard throws to first in the dirt, but it bounces off of Porter just a little bit to the right. Maier will hold. Midland leading San Antonio 5-2 in the top of the 8th. Vasily Spanos went deep for the Rockhounds. And Springfield has increased their lead at Tulsa to 7-3. Rico Washington and Reed Gurecki have gone deep for the Cards. Joe Kashansky for the Drillers. Here's a 1-0. And there's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 1-1 to Keim. A note about the Drillers. Today they announced a 4-year extension with the Rockies as their major league affiliate. This is the 3rd season of an affiliation with the Rockies and the Drillers, and it's worked very well. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Check swing. The pitch was low. They'll appeal. No swing, said Froman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Drillers have made the playoffs in each of the last 2 years, though they don't have a championship since '98. They extended it for 4 more seasons. Runner going. Pitch is grounded to shortstop and moves the runner up. Wood gloves it off to the side, gets rid of it to first, and it is in time. Keim is out number 1. And Maier did advance to second on the hit-and-run play. That saved them from a twin killing. So 1 away, and the go-ahead run at second for Wichita for Kila Ka'aihue. You know, everybody in the Texas League, speaking of affiliations, everyone seems to be very happy, not just the minor league teams, but the big league affiliates really like where they are in the Texas League. And you can imagine that it's going to stay this way for a long time. New ballparks getting built, new cities. And there have been great hosts to minor league baseball. Ka'aihue takes the breaking ball high and outside, ball 1. In fact, the only rumors of any changes to the Texas League come from Wichita. The Wranglers, not the most solvent of franchises, I guess is a nice way to put it. Here's a 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss by Ka'aihue, and it's 1-1. Nice breaking ball there by Simard. The Wranglers don't draw very well, and it almost seems though it keeps them in business. Here is the National Baseball Congress World Series, which is a moneymaker, and it's owned by the same company that owns the Wranglers. Rich food products. You might put their coffee creamer in your coffee in the morning. They also own the Buffalo Bisons, which is an enormously successful AAA franchise. Delivery to Ka'aihue, strike 2 called, inside corner. 5-5 score, bottom of the 6th inning. Wranglers threatening with Mitch Maier at second. 1 away. Ka'aihue is 0 for 4 this year. He had an RBI with a sac fly in the second. Simard into the stretch, and the right-hander comes home with a 1-2, and Ka'aihue got under it and popped it into shallow center. Rodman going out, giving way to Bacon. Dwayne underneath it, puts it away, and there's 2 outs. Now, where the news is coming from here in Wichita, and again, it's not really news, it's more rumors. It's the fact that the Royals, they're very happy with having their AA affiliate here in Wichita, but with Springdale, Arkansas, almost just about ready to welcome a franchise into their midst maybe in a couple of years. They're getting ready to build a new ballpark. We look across the landscape of the Texas League, and the only franchise that you could even consider moving would be Wichita. Nobody here is saying that they are. No one in Springfield is saying that they are, but rumors are rumors, and a lot of times there wouldn't be a rumor if there wasn't some truth to it. The batter is Matt Tupman. He's been on base with 2 hits. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Tupman singled inside the third base line in inning number 2. Then in the fourth, he delivered a 2-out RBI single to right field. With that here, the game's tied at 5. Wichita has Maier at second. Here's Samard, 1-0. Inside again, and it's 2 balls, no strike. A little action in the Traveler bullpen. Left-hander Tim Bittner getting ready. Tupman, very good pitch selection as a hitter. The 2-0 is fouled away into the seats at third base. Tupman got a good swing at that. He finished on one knee. 2 balls and a strike on Tupman with Walter Sevilla on deck. Travs have doubled the Wranglers' hit total, 12-6. Each team has been charged with 2 errors. And now here's a delivery to Tupman. That one's low, ball 3, 3-1. I believe that the official scorer may have changed Bobby Wilson's triple into a single and a 2-base error. And again, there's not much communication up in this press box. So we'll have to go run and find out later on. Yeah, Lubanski has been charged with an error. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 in the dirt. Nice dig by Wilson. There's 2 men aboard for Sevilla. So Samard, who had set down 5 of the first 6 that he faced, has now put Tupman aboard for the 3rd time. Here's Sevilla in his first Double-A game. He got his first Double-A hit in the 4th inning, triple to right field. Sevilla right-handed with 2 on and 2 out. 5-5 score. Here's the pitch to him, and he left it up high, ball 1. Wranglers have stranded only 2 men so far. They've made the most of their situation. The 1-0 pitch to Sevilla is right there for a strike, 1-1. Wranglers left a man at third base in the 4th inning and stranded a man at first in the 2nd. Here's the 1-1, a swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball by Samard. Had Sevilla leaning over the plate, he was totally fooled. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sevilla. Samard probably only going 2 innings with Bittner ready in the bullpen. At the stretch, Samard throws the pitch and strikes him out swinging with a curveball. The 6th inning is over. So 2 scoreless innings for Michel Samard. He gives up the hit here in the 6th, but strands 2. And we will go into the 7th inning. Travs 5, Wranglers 5 on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for ASE-certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for in-depth information from our free do-it-yourself brochures. Get ready for Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store video network that will have you going from no way to knowing how in no time. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Okay, here you go. The perfect house. So you ready to put in a bid? A what? It's a pretty tight market, and I'd really hate to see you lose out. It's the first house you've shown us. Yeah, isn't that great?
Not working with a Century 21 agent. Century 21 agents pledge to keep showing you properties until you're satisfied. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 Service Pledge to help reduce the stress of buying real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 Pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Ken Kincaid. And Sean Arnell of Conference. Join us Monday through Friday right here on ESPN 1380 in Little Rock.
All
SEC all the time. Join King Kincaid and me for all the SEC action. If it's SEC, it's on conference call. It's conference call Monday through Friday from 5 to 8, right here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
6 innings in the books here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The Arkansas Travelers 5 and the Wichita Wranglers 5. Phil Elson with you here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380. Let's get to the totals for the Travs. 5 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. The Travs today have stranded 6. The Wichita Wranglers with 5 runs on 6 hits, also 2 errors, and the Wranglers have stranded 4. Starting pitchers are not figured into the decision today. Kyle Middleton, no decision, 5 runs, 5 2/3 innings. For James Holcomb, 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 5 hits in 4 innings. And we're into the bullpen now. Thad Markgrave back on in relief for Wichita, facing Brandon Wood. Wood homered off of Markgrave when they face each other on Tuesday, but Brandon is hitless in his last 7 at-bats. Here's a pitch to Wood. He takes low for a ball, 1-0. Wood today, a fly out to center, 2 groundouts, once to short, once to third. Brandon's last hit was a double in the 10th inning on Tuesday. Here's a 1-0, and there is ball 2 under the knees. There's a left-hander getting ready in the Wichita bullpen. And it appears to be John Gregg. Here's the 2-0 to Wood. A swing and a foul back. He got a nice pitch to hit, a decent swing, but just a little bit late. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. We got a final from Boston. The Red Sox win another one. Kurt Schilling gets the win. 2-1 the Bo Sox over Seattle. Schilling is 3-0. Papelbon save number 5. The 2-1 to Wood is swung on and fouled off his foot. It bounces high in the air, and Alex Gordon will come on to pick it up and flick it into the bullpen, into the dugout. So Brandon batting now with a 2-2 count to lead off the 7th. Matt Brown and Mike Elward also to bat in this inning. Mark Ray hits the sign, and Tupman wants it on the outside half. Here's the 2-2 to Wood. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tag applied by Tupman after digging the pitch, and Brandon continues to struggle with an 0 for 4 so far. For Mark Ray, first strikeout today, and his 5th of the year. Here's Matt Brown. Brown on a 7-game hit streak, but he's 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error in the 1st inning. Called out on strikes in the 3rd. Bounced out of the 5th. Pitch on the way to the right-hander, and Brown takes in the dirt, ball 1. 1-0. Tim Bittner still warming in the Traveler pen. And Gregg continues to labor in the Wichita pen. Mark Ray, a handful of rosin, steps back on top. Carefully plants his right foot. Takes a deep breath. Shakes off a sign. Continues to stare into the catcher, and now comes set and time is called. You won't find a slower pitcher in the Texas League than Thad Mark Ray. Creature of routine. And one routine I've seen Mark Ray doing every time he's coming to Little Rock or here, he jogs for a good hour and a half. Here's a 1-0 pitch that is low, ball 2. A lot of times while his teammates are stretching or shagging fly balls, Mark Ray's jogging around the warning track, listening to some music. He will shag in the outfield too, but it seems that Mark Ray is somewhat of a jogging enthusiast. Here's a 2-0 to Brown. He looks at a strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-1. 5-5 score, top of the 7th in game number 8 for both the Travelers and the Wranglers. Wichita 1-6. They dropped their first 6 games of the year. The Travelers 4-3. Travs could salt this series away with a win tonight. Here's a 2-1 to Brown. Strike 2, low outside corner. That's not with a catcher set up. Tupman wanted on the inside corner. Not saying Mark Ray didn't throw a strike, but he missed his location and still gets the call. It is a 2-2 count on Brown. Elwood on deck. Mark Ray quietly sets the kick and the 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball to deep left field by Brown, sending Butler back to the track, and he makes the catch and hits the fence. 2 outs in the 7th. Nice job by Butler. Caught that one right at the warning track, about 2 feet into the track. And Brown just missed hitting that ball out of the park. So Brown is 0 for 4, as is Brandon Wood. And it'll be Mike Elwood up now. Elwood, solo home run of the 4th. He's flied out and grounded to third. Hitting .393 entering the game. Elwood at the plate with the bases empty and 2 outs in the 7th. Pitch on the way, inside, 1-0. Elwood with 5 hits in the series, all for extra bases. Mark Ray comes home with a 1-0 pitch, and Elwood smacks a line drive to center. Levansky will go back 2 steps. He's there to make the catch. And the Travs are done in inning number 7. Not much doing. They go down 1-2-3. 7th inning stretch time at Lawrence Dumont. It is the Travs tied with Wichita 5-5 on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Here's the wind up, pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at Travs.com. Purchase tickets, grab souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
New pitcher on the mound for the Travs as we start bottom of the 7th inning. Tim Bittner comes out of the bullpen, replacing Michel Simard. Fine Double-A debut for Simard. 2 scoreless innings of work, 1 hit. He walked 1 and struck out 1. When Simard entered the game, the Travs were trailing by 3. When he leaves, they're tied at 5. I'm Phil Nelson with you here on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Tomorrow night, it'll be a 7:05 first pitch. Airtime will be 6:45. And then on Sunday, the home opener, 4 o'clock at Ray Winder Field. And we'll have pregame at 3:40. Bittner to the first batter of the inning, high and outside to Angel Sanchez, or Angel Sanchez. Sanchez has walked, reached on an error, and bounced out to third. Brown is up at third base as Bittner fires a strike over the knees, and it's 1-1. Second appearance of the year for Bittner. Third appearance. 3 hits, 1 run, 2 innings of work, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The 1-1 pitch from Tim is low, ball 2, 2-1. Sanchez to the top of the order, followed by Chris Lubansky and Billy Butler. If anybody reaches base, Alex Gordon will come up. Bittner kicks with a 2-1, and Sanchez took ball 3, a little low, 3 balls, 1 strike. Traveler pitchers today have walked 2, 1 of them has scored. Sanchez took the first walk from starting pitcher James Holcomb way back in inning number 1. The 3-1 pitch is there for a strike on the outside corner. And Bittner takes the first batter he faces today, full. in, comes home. 3-2 pitch to Sanchez is inside. He tried the slider, and Sanchez walks for the second time today. Boy, that leadoff man reaching for the sixth time today for the Wichita Wranglers. This is the seventh inning. The leadoff man has been aboard now 6 times. Here's Lubanski. Sack bunt on the first, called out on strikes in the third, popped out in the fifth. Brown guards a bunt. He comes in at third base. Porter will charge as well from first. The pitch is swung on and lined to Peel in left field. He reaches up after coming in 2 steps and makes the catch. Well, I mean, the Wranglers, they've sort of abandoned the sacrifice bunt. The last 2 times they've had a chance to, they've elected instead to swing away. Back in the first inning after they had their leadoff man reach, no less, with a walk. And the man just dropped a sack bunt. Now it's Lubanski. This time they just tell him to swing away. Billy Butler, the hitter. 0 for 2 with a sack fly. Right-hander. Bittner at the stretch. He checks over at first and throws to Porter. Sanchez walks in. He's safe. Butler waiting, Bittner ready. The kick, the pitch to the plate is high and outside, ball 1. Wranglers' offense has quieted down since James Holcomb departed. Only 1 hit over the last 2 in the third innings. Bittner over to first again, and Sanchez is back. Sanchez stole a base yesterday. Wranglers yesterday attempted 5 steals. They were successful each time. Tonight, Wichita 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts. Pitch to Butler from Bittner, high and away, 2 balls, no strikes. So a dangerous count now to a pretty good hitter, Butler, with 1 homer, 4 doubles, and 3 RBI on the year. Butler with a very wide stance. Crouches down. Butler waits. Here's the pitch from Bittner. A swing and a miss. And it is strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Traveler outfielders open a gap to left center. Wayne Bacon about 6 to 7 feet over towards right field. See if Bittner tries to pitch on the outside half to Butler. Wilson sets up on the outside corner, and the pitch is low. And Bittner falls behind 3 balls and 1 strike. Bittner walked the first batter of the inning. Lubanski lined out to left, and now a 3-1 count on Butler with Alex Gordon on deck. Here's Bittner's 3-1 pitch. Butler swings and misses. Strike 2. Well, a 3-2 count. See if Sanchez is put in motion on the payoff pitch. Butler, 9 strikeouts this year. Bittner can be a power pitcher at times. See what happens. Into the stretch he goes. Here's the pitch. The runner stays. A swing and a ground ball to shortstop, could be 2. Wood over to Rodland, 1 away. The relay to first. Rackham up. Inning-ending double play. It goes 6-4-3. And the Wranglers go with no runs in the 7th inning. No base hits. Nobody left. 7 innings in the books. Travs 5. Wranglers 5. Got the makings of a good ending tonight, folks. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know. Think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero.
Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Ameripride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. Ameripride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an Ameripride consultant, also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for Ameripride. Ameripride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
Here's the wind up pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, grab souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Top of the 8th inning now, and the Travelers will go against the Wranglers' third pitcher of the night. With a 5-5 score, John Gregg comes on in relief, replacing Thad Markray. Markray tonight went an inning and a third. He did his job. He allowed one hit, though it did tie the game. He set down the next 4 batters he faced. So no runs, 1 strikeout for Markray, and passing it along to Gregg, a first-year Double-A pitcher, left-hander, with soft stuff. Jason Espedo leads off the 8th. The first pitch is in there for strike 1. Gregg at 5'8", 170 pounds, from Prince George, Maryland. The pitch to Espedo is launched towards the gap in right center field. That is in for a hit. It is cut off by Maier. Espedo thinking double anyway. Here's the throw. He is out at second base. And a great throw by the right fielder, Maier, as the tag is applied by Sanchez. Great hustle by Espedo, but he is out anyway, and the play will go 9-6. Bobby Wilson will come to the plate next. Boy, you can't blame Espedo for trying to get into second. He would have represented the go-ahead run, and it was a close play at second base. He forced Maier to make a perfect throw, and Maier did so. Wilson the batter. Bobby's 2 for 3. First pitch, low, ball 1. Maier, great play just getting to the ball and cutting it off. And the throw to second base was just gravy. The 1-0, Wilson lines a base hit to left field. Over to the corner it goes. Butler cuts it off. Wilson makes the turn, and he'll hold this time. So the Travelers have put up their 13th base hit of the game. Wilson is 3 for 4. And now Greg Porter coming up. Well, Maier certainly just saved his team from trailing. There's Espedo's at second base. He scores on that Wilson single easily.
First baseman Greg Porter.
Here's Greg Porter. Porter's had a fine game today, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 1 RBI, and a run scored. Left-handed batter, and Gregg will go from the stretch. Wilson a short lead. Pitch on the way. It is low, ball 1. For Gregg, third appearance, 4 hits, 4 2/3 innings. Actually 5 hits now, count of the 2 in this frame. The 1-0 to Porter. In there for a strike as he floated one on the inside corner. 1-1. Gregg works quickly. He kicks. He comes home 1-1 in the dirt dugout, and Wilson will hold. 2 balls and a strike. Tie game, 5-5. Interesting game, too. It's very rare to see a team tied at 5 if they have 2 times the hit total of the opponent. 12 Traveler hits. The Wranglers have managed only 6. Yet, it's a 5-5 tie. Gregg delivers the 2-1 to Porter, and it's low. 3 balls, 1 strike on Porter with Eric Rodlin on deck. Rodlin's been productive today with 2 hits. In fact, the bottom 3 hitters of the Travelers' order today combined for 7 base hits. 3-1 to Porter. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss. He swung at ball 4. Went after a curveball and swung at it like it was a pitching wedge. Porter hasn't taken a walk yet this season. The runner goes. He swings and lofts it at a shallow center. Base hit. Wilson turns the corner at second. He heads for third, and he is in there. First and third. Only one out here in the 8th inning as Greg Porter collects his third base in. Boy, he did a nice little piece of hitting there, and a hit-and-run play. Had to go after it no matter what the consequence. And he does so. That is the 15th base hit for the Travelers, and I think the scoreboard has it wrong. They have 14.
Second baseman Eric Rodwin.
Should be 15 hits. And now they'll put up that 15th. Here comes Larry Carter out of the dugout for Wichita. The pitching coach is going to speak with John Gregg. Number 9 batter Eric Rodwin is going to be at the plate for the Travelers, and this sets up an interesting situation. Now, Rodwin's pounding the ball. He's got 4 hits in his last 6 at-bats, including a hit in his last 2 appearances today. But Tyrone Boykin has been very open about the idea of using the suicide squeeze. And I would not be very surprised to see Rodwin try the suicide squeeze with Wilson coming from third base. If you remember back on the 3rd game of the season in Springfield, the Travs tried a suicide squeeze and it backfired. Espita was the runner and David Gates was the batter. Let's see how Rodwin is able to handle the bat in a situation like this. Again, it's just a guess. Watch that suicide squeeze. In Rodwin's career, he has dropped down 11 sack bunts. The infield plays for a double play. This would be the perfect time. The first pitch is low, ball 1. He did not square around. The only infielder in front of the base is Ka'aihue, and he is holding Porter at first. Drag into the stretch. The lefty delivers, and Rodwin swings and fouls it in the air over third base. It'll get out of play, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Boykin flashes a sign, whispers in Wilson's ear. Bobby takes the lead from third. 5-5 tie, top 8. Travs have men of the corners, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Rodwin will take it low, and again not squaring around. 2 balls, 1 strike. Every time he flashes out the signs, Boykin comes in back of Wilson to tell him something. Porter, a short lead at first. Now the 2-1 pitch is in there. Curveball for strike 2. So forget about the squeeze now. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Rodwin. All 3 Traveler batters have reached on a hit in this inning, but Espita was gunned down trying to stretch it into a double. Wayne Bacon on deck. Drag into the stretch with 1 away. Here's the pitch to Rodwin. It is low and outside, and the count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rodwin an RBI double his last time to the plate. He then scored the tying run on a Dwayne Bacon single. Travs haven't led since the 1st inning. Here's a chance. The 3-2. No, a throw to first instead. And Porter is back. Rodwin very balanced. Stays in there. Waving the bat underneath his knees. Now Rodwin brings it back. Back a quick pitch to the plate. It is low, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the top of the order. Dwayne Bacon coming up. That is the first walk taken by a Traveler batter today. So the Travelers load the bases here. The Wranglers now get a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Incredibly, folks, this is the 8th game of the season, and this is the first chance for the Travelers with the bases loaded. And it's Dwayne Bacon at the plate with a chance to put the Travs in front. It was Bacon that tied the game with a 2-out single in the 6th inning. So Gregg has a visit by his catcher, Tupman. And now here is Bacon standing in. Dwayne batting from the right side. The infield will try to turn 2. And this could also be a case of a suicide squeeze. We'll see. Bacon 2 for 4 today, but all the hits have come left-handed. The first pitch, he swings and misses. That slider handcuffs him, and it's strike one. Bacon had no RBIs until the 6th inning today. And just 2 innings later, he's got a chance for a go-ahead RBI. Wilson at third, Porter at second, and Rodlin at first. First baseman in front of Rodlin. Here's the pitch to Dwayne. He swings and misses again, and it's strike two. So Greg, after fiddling around with Rodlin, gets ahead of Bacon very quickly with 2 strikes. Cody Smith warming up in the pen for Wichita. Bacon just trying to hit a fly ball to the outfield, or even a slow grounder would do the trick. Here's the 0-2. It's low, and he takes ball 1. Bacon can't afford to be too patient now. He'll have to protect the plate. Chokes up a half inch. Catcher wants it inside, and the pitch is swung on and missed, and Bacon strikes out. Great pitch by Greg there. Each of the first 2 strikes he got on Bacon were sliders that handcuffed him, and the strikeout comes on the same pitch, right on the 5th. So Dwayne strikes out, and now Aaron Teal stands in. Teal, 3 for 4 today, 2 singles, a double, and he's flied out to right. Time called. Tupman out to the mound to speak with the left-hander Greg. Aaron Teal last season in Rancho Cucamonga had the bases loaded for him only twice. He was unable to come through the base hit. And here was 2 outs. A fly ball does nothing. You need to get a base hit or a wild pitch. Tupman back to the dish. Greg on the mound. Time called, and here comes Frank White. So it looks like the Wranglers are going to go to Cody Smith in the bullpen. He's only thrown about 6 warm-up pitches. So he's not going to be coming into this game quite as warm as the manager would like to have him. So that's going to be it for John Gregg. He will leave this inning surrendering 3 hits and 1 walk, but not any runs yet. Just 2/3 of an inning for Gregg. It's an AT&T call to the bullpen. You can turn a double play with AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. Make calls and access the internet at the same time using only 1 line. The new AT&T, your world delivered. It's a 60-second break, and the Travs tied at 5 with Wichita on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxi levy charges and federal universal service cost you cover fiesta. High-speed internet inside the town of the United States service and includes that U.S. cost you cover fee. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and fines, call 1-866-416-6471 or visit AT&T.com/other details. Not available in our area.
Sinker baller Cody Smith is out of the bullpen for the Wichita Wranglers. He inherits a bases-loaded situation and no margin for error. 5-5 is our score. Travs and Wranglers in the top of the 8th inning. The Travs have put up 15 hits on the scoreboard today, including 3 here in inning number 8. John Gregg left after striking out Dwayne Bacon for the 2nd out of the inning, and now Aaron Teal is scheduled to hit against Cody Smith. Smith is in his first year as a Royals farmhand, is 6'3", 200 pounds, from Santa Maria, California. He's 23 years old. And Smith, over the last 2 seasons, has been a part-time starter, part-time reliever in the California League with Stockton and Bakersfield. ERA is .390 during those seasons, but allowing a batting average against him, .316. Never walks anybody and has only allowed 11 homers in 3 years. Aaron Teal, the batter, a little bingle will do. Smith from the stretch, righty versus righty. He delivers, And Teal takes low for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Teal, first inning single, RBI. Third inning double, fifth inning single, but was picked off. The base runners are Wilson at third, Porter at second, and Rodlin at first. The infield standout, and they're playing deep up the middle. Here's the 1-0 to Peel. It is outside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes on Peel. Cody Smith is making his 4th appearance with Wichita. He is not allowed he's allowed 1 run on 4 hits in 4 2/3 innings, but he's also walked 3. And now here is a 2-0 pitch to Aaron Peel. A swing and a line drive to right field. Base hit. Travs are going to take the lead. Wilson is home. Porter attempting to score. The throw goes to third. Porter is safe. Into second is Peel. And on to third base is Rodland. A 2-out, 2-run single by Aaron Peel gives the Travs a 7-5 lead. And so these 2 runs are charged to John Gregg. And with Rodlin at third base, the book is not yet completed on him. Aaron Peel, 4 for 5 with 3 runs batted in today. And the Travs take their largest lead of the day. They'd had a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Now it's 7-5. Brandon Wood, the batter, with men at second and third. Still 2 outs, and Wood 0 for 4. Here's the pitch from Smith. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 16 hits for the Arkansas Travelers today. And they still have the 9th inning to come to the plate. Smith with the 0-1 to Wood. In the dirt, gets behind Tupman all the way to the screen. Coming home to score is Rodland. On to third base is Peel. Charge a wild pitch, and now it's a 3-run Traveler lead. One ball, 1 strike on Wood. The wild pitch by Cody Smith, the first of the season for him. And now with Peel at third base, the infield relaxes. They play deep. And Smith delivers the 1-1 to Brandon. It is a strike at the knees. It's 1-2. So now the Travelers, who trailed by 3 runs going into the 6th inning, they have scored 6 runs without any answer from the Wranglers. The 1-2 pitch to Wood. In the dirt again, and that time Tupman blocked it. But either lunge a couple of feet out to his right to save another run. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wood. Matt Brown is on deck. There's only been 1 batter retired in this inning. That was Bacon, who struck out. The other out came when Jason Espedo led the inning off with a single and tried to stretch it into a 2-base hit. Cody Smith is ready with a 2-2 count. And Wood swings and stays alive with a foul ball at the plate. Brandon just seems to be a little bit off, just a little bit. Three runs on 4 hits in this inning for Arkansas. Wood trying for more. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck out for the second time. Smith gets him on a curveball, and the Travs will settle for a 3-run rally on 4 base hits, no errors, and 1 stranded. Now the Travs are in front by 3, 8-5, going into the bottom of the 8th on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer. Walk straight to the corner store and pick up
a line drive to right field. Base hit. Travs are going to take the lead. Wilson is home. Porter attempting to score. The throw goes to third. Porter is safe. Into second is Peel. And on the
Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows you're patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at Ag Pro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
We boogie into the bottom of the 8th inning with the Arkansas Travelers now leading 8-5. 16 base hits tonight for the boys from Little Rock. They entered this game with a team batting average of 270. That's going to skyrocket heading into tomorrow. Tomorrow, the last game of this road trip. Thankfully, 7 o'clock first pitch, actually 7:05 first pitch. ITT Tech pregame show 6:45. Chris Hunter will start on the mound for the Travs tomorrow, and his mound opponent will be Juan Cedeno, a left-hander. And then the Travs in town at Raywinder Field Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, be there. Tim Bittner back on the mound. He'll face Alex Gordon to begin the 8th inning. 3-run lead for Bittner to work with, and so he pumps a fastball right down the middle for strike one. Gordon is 1 for 3, a 4th inning double. He scored, but he's also grounded out 2 times. Bittner into the stretch, and the lefty's 0-1 is swung on and grounded foul for strike 2. There is a pitcher warming up in the Traveler bullpen, and it is Bill Edwards. Edwards, who picked up the victory on opening day. As he works in that bullpen, we may see him here in the 8th. Here's the 0-2, and Gordon swings and fouled it back. He stays alive, still no balls, 2 strikes. Mitch Maier's on deck. He's also left-handed, and so Bittner is on to face at least Gordon and Maier. So that Adam Keim is after him. Keim's right-handed. But if Keim would reach, that would be Ka'aihue and Tupman to face after that. They're both left-handers, so 4 out of the 5 batters that could hit in this inning are lefties. Here's the 0-2, swinging a foul at the plate, and it bounced off Bobby Wilson's foot. Gordon's fouled away 3 consecutive pitches, and the count remains 0-2. Now, we're talking about closing situations for the Travs. They've had 2 pitchers with a save already, and actually 3 pitchers with a save already. Marcus Gwynn, who's up at AAA Salt Lake now, he saved the game. Rich Thompson and Bob Zimmerman also have earned a save. And you may see Edwards try to come on in the 9th. An 0-2 pitch to Gordon. Oh, it just missed a little bit outside. Bittner, one of the calls, doesn't get it. Ball 1. Brown way off the line at third. Bittner will step off. Now holds the ball behind his back, looking over his right shoulder. The sign is accepted. Gordon waits. And here's the 1-2. It is low, and it's a 2-2 count. So Bittner's been unable to get Gordon to go after not just pitches out of the strike zone. Those are close pitches. Might have to come with something to hit. Here's the 2-2. Low, ball 3. Leadoff man has reached in 6 of 7 innings for Wichita. Thankfully, they haven't scored anybody since the 4th. They've had their chances. Here's Bittner's payoff to Gordon. He swings and hits it high in the air to left field. Peel going to streak back. It's over his head. Hits the base of the fence. Good play by Peel. He fires to the infield, but Gordon's at second already with a stand-up double. His second 2-base hit of the game. So Bittner got ahead of Gordon 0-2, and Gordon, pretty impressive at that, did not let Tim finish him off. And Gordon reaches to start the inning with a 2-base hit. Base hit number 7 off of the Traveler pitching staff, and now Mitch Maier comes up to the plate. Maier's been a very tough out. He's 2 for 3 today. A double, a single, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI. Bittner from the stretch. He delivers, and Maier fouls it in the air over third. More of a looper than a pop-up. 0-1. We've got finals across the Texas League, and the home team couldn't win it all today. Springfield over Tulsa 7-3. Midland defeats San Antonio 6-2. And Frisco wins at Corpus 9-3. An 0-1 pitch to Maier, called strike 2. Bittner with a fastball. No balls, 2 strikes. So let's see here. Springfield goes to 5-3. Tulsa falls to 5-3. The Travs could make it a 3-way tie in the North Division with a win tonight. An 0-2 pitch to Maier. Check swing, foul ball. Look out on the stands at third base. That went into the mid-level of the third base seats. Everybody's fine. Bittner still leading the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The Travelers with an 8-5 lead at Wichita with a 3-run 8th inning. Bittner's 0-2. Maier swings, fly ball right field. Esposito is there to make the catch. And he'll wind up and fire to the infield, keeping Gordon at second base. 1 out, and that's the first time tonight that Maier has been kept off the bases. Here comes Adam Keim. Keim hasn't done much of the play today as a DH. Strikeout, line out, ground out. He would have had a base hit if not for a spectacular diving catch by Matt Brown in back of third in the 4th inning. Bittner will face the right-hander, and he comes home with a fastball for strike 1. Kila Ka'aihue on deck. Roblin, the closest to the base runner at second base, but he's pretty much playing off. The pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Keim. Edwards is ready to go in the bullpen, but nobody else is throwing out there yet. It's Tim Bittner, Bill Edwards, or bust. Here's the 1-1 to Keim. A swing and a foul back to the facade of the press level, and it bounds into the first base seat on strike number 2. Bittner's had no trouble getting to 2 strikes. In fact, on a 1-2 count, first time he hasn't been to 0-2 on a batter here in this 8th inning. Bittner with the hands together, and the left-hander deals. Keim swings and lines it into center field. That'll fall in front of Aiken. Aiken charges, plays it. Runner holds it third as the throw comes to the infield. Greg Porter cuts it off in back of the pitcher's mound. Second hit of the inning. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Kila Ka'aihue is up.
Now batting, your Derby Golf and Country Club walk-right hitter, Kila Ka'aihue.
Well, Ka'aihue does have a history of home runs, just not here. It's his second game ever at Double-A. He's 0 for 2. Hit the ball hard once. A line out to center in the 4th inning. He's also had a sac fly. And he's basically been hitting everything in the air. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Bittner will come from the stretch. He comes home to the plate now, and it is in there. A curveball for strike 1. Travs have turned 1 double play today. The doctor is ordering another one. Is the doctor's office open? The 0-1 pitch. In there for strike 2 on the outside corner, and once again, Bittner gets ahead with 2 strikes. Sometimes it's easy getting to 2 strikes. It's just tougher getting that final strike or getting the out. Porter in front of the runner at first. Gordon, the man at third base. Bittner delivers the 0-2, and it just missed the outside corner with a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If Bittner's displeased with that call, he does not show it. Try to get him on the 1-2 pitch. And here it is. Ka'aihue swings and misses, and now Bittner gets out number 2 with a strikeout. Got him with a breaking ball. For Tim Bittner, strikeout number 2 on the season. 2 outs in inning number 8. And still the tying run of the plate in the form of Matt Tupman. Tupman's been the toughest out today. 2 singles, 1 walk, and he is 6 for 11 in this series with 3 walks. So the Travs have only set him down 5 times. Pitch on the way to Tupman. In there for a strike as Bittner comes with a fastball. 0-1. 3-run Traveler lead. Wichita hasn't scored since the 4th, and the Travs have put up 6 runs since then. Bittner's 0-1 pitch to Tupman is a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tim Bittner trying to hold a 3-run lead in the 8th. The pitch is bounced on the right side, and Rodland fields it on 2 hops. The quick flip to first ends the inning, and Bittner does his job. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left for the Wranglers, and we will go into the 9th inning with the Travelers leading 8-5 on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not know. Think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling, Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
8 innings in the books. We get to the top of the 9th inning with the Travelers leading 8-5 over Wichita. So far, the go-ahead hit, Aaron Peel's 2-out, 2-run single in the 8th, completing a 4-for-5 evening for the Trav left fielder Peel. And the Travs come back to the plate of the 9th inning with the 4, 5, and 6 hitters facing Cody Smith. Smith came in the 8th inning. He allowed the go-ahead hit to Peel, but had no runs charged against him. The 3 runs in the 8th were charged to John Gregg, and he is the pitcher of record for Wichita. Trav's pitcher of record right now is Tim Bittner. Bill Elson with you on a perfect night for baseball in downtown Wichita. 76 degrees right now with no winds to speak of. Here's Brown at the plate, and that's 0 for 4. And Smith, the right-hander, will go from the windup for the first time. He goes into the glove, kicks and delivers the first pitch to Brownie, and Matt takes a fastball for strike 1. Final score out of St. Louis, the Cincinnati Reds shut out the Cardinals 1-0. Aaron Harang with the win, and David Weather saved his third. Chris Carpenter, a tough luck loss. Brown will swing and foul at the plate, and it's 0-2. Rain delay in Los Angeles, all the rain through California. The Giants were rained out twice earlier this week at home against the Astros, and they're getting delayed at Dodger Stadium, a place that virtually never has a rain delay. 0-2 to Brown. Smith gets the sign. Here's his pitch. Brown takes a slider low and away, ball 1. Cubs having a tough time closing out the Pirates there in the top of the ninth, 8-6 Chicago. Cubs had an 8-2 lead at one point. A 1-2 pitch, low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A couple of hecklers are out in full force today, huh? Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brown. He looks at another curve, and that's low and away, ball 3. Travs are pretty confident when they get up against the Wichita bullpen, that's for sure. Ty Boykin has said that if you get through the starting pitcher of the Wranglers, the Travs should have their way with this pen, and Brown will line a base hit into left center field on the 3-2 pitch. And it is dropped by the left fielder Butler, which allows Brown to coast into second base. Well, it's going to be the 17th base hit for Arkansas today, and error number 3 on Wichita. Credit Brown with a single, and Butler commits his first error of this game. Wichita has now had an error from their left fielder and their center fielder, along with the third baseman. Mike Elward standing in with a chance to make it a 4-run game. Elward homered in the 4th. He's 1 for 4. Travelers 8, Wranglers 5. And the top of the 9th, and here's a pitch to Mike. He swings in front of a changeup and misses. Strike 1. You can remember the Travelers collecting, I believe it was 21 hits in a game last year. And, I mean, who knows, they've really put a couple of strong rallies together, especially against the Wrangler pen. Pitch to Elward, another swing and a miss. He's out in front of a slider that time, and it's 0-2. Well, it looks like George Brett didn't stick around for the rest of this game. Brett was here during pregame interviewing with various media members. Watched a few of the innings, I guess, from a luxury box, but he's gone. Guess he didn't want to stick around and watch Wichita blow a 3-run lead. Many fans that came out to the game are gone as well. There's a handful left in Ye Old Beer Garden. Here's the 0-2 to Elward. He waited on it that time and slapped it foul into the first base seat. And it's still 0-2 on Elward. Travs leading by 3, but they've out-hit Wichita 17-8. And I believe this is the most hits in a game by a Texas League team this year, and it is only 8 games into the season. Smith will look at second. Brown, the good lead. The 0-2 to Elward is inside for ball 1. One and 2 on Elward, and Jason Espedo on deck. Smith ready, the stretch, the 1-2. Swinging a hard ground ball up the middle. It's into center field. That's base hit number 18 for the Travs. Brown around third to score to make it 9-5. Credit Elward with his second RBI of the night, 8th on the season, and the Travs may be putting this one away. Well, it's incredible to think about this, folks, but with 18 base hits today for the Travelers, the only one of the starting 9 that doesn't have a base hit is Brandon Wood. He only happens to be the number 3 prospect in minor league baseball, according to Baseball America, and it's not to take anything away from Wood. Guys go through slumps. It's just the nature of the game. But you'd imagine that if the Travs put together 18 hits, Wood would have one of them. He's the only one without a base hit. Espedo, the batter, he singled his last time at the plate. He's 1 for 4. And a pitch low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Bill Edwards is now warming up again to the bullpen. We probably see Bill in the 9th. Tim Bittner probably reaches threshold at 2 innings. Let's see if the Travs can't get to 20 base hits. Here's the 1-0 to Espedo. Checked it. It's low, ball 2. 20 is a nice round number. 18's pretty crooked, but it's still nice. But 20's good and round. And now a 2-0 to Espedo. Very high, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Totals at the moment, Travelers, 9 runs, 18 hits, 2 errors. Wichita, 5 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Top 9, nobody out. Elward at first, a run is home. The pitch to Espedo is smacked foul over the home bullpen and out of play. So Espedo going after a 3-0 pitch in a 4-run game in the 9th inning. See if he gets anything to handle on 3-1. Smith ready to the plate he goes. Elwood is running. It is low, ball 4. Well, going back to the start of the 8th inning, 10 men have come to the plate now. 8 of them have reached. And the only 2 outs that were recorded by a pitcher over these last 2 innings were strikeouts. So everything that's been put into play, the Travs have made it on base since the start of inning number 8. Time called. Larry Carter out to the mound once again for Wichita. This must be nails on a chalkboard for Larry Carter, watching his team give up 18 base hits. Now, granted, the walk by Smith is only the second walk of the game, so at least they're not putting a lot of guys on themselves. But, I mean, anytime you give up 18 hits in a ball game, something is wrong with the pitching staff. Yes, the Traveler batters are hot. They're swinging a good stick today. But sometimes it'll go both ways. The plate umpire, Cameron Fry, walks out to the pitcher's mound to try to break this conference up. Now, he does it by walking around the mound and climbing up on the back side of the pitcher's mound. He never said anything to the pitching coach, Carter. A lot of times, I mean, usually umpires will walk up the front side of the mound and, say something to the pitching coach. But it looked like the plate umpire this time, he just wanted to sort of hint. All right, guys, time to get this thing going. He didn't say anything. He just let it be known he was there. And Carter noticed it and humbly walked off. So now it's going to be Bobby Wilson looking for his 4th base hit. Pitch to Wilson is lined the other way. He gets his 4th base hit. It'll be a single. Holding it third is Elwood, and they are loaded up for Greg Porter. So Aaron Peel with 4 base hits. Bobby Wilson with 4 base hits. Greg Porter coming up, and he has a chance for his 4th. 19 base hits for the Travs tonight. And 10 of them have come since the start of the 6th inning. The batter is Greg Porter. Left-handed, singles his last 3 trips. First one is right there for a strike, low outside corner. And Greg just got a look at that one. No balls, 1 strike. Well, it's a 4-run game right now, and Porter could just blow the door wide open. The 0-1 swing fouled off over the seats at third base into the parking lot. Strike 2. Elwood, Espedo, and Wilson on the bases from third to first. Double play depth by the infielders, no outs. Porter will back off the plate, but it is strike 3 called at the knees, and Greg can't believe it. Porter doesn't really crowd the plate very much, but yet he jumped away from that pitch, and it's called strike 3. Well, that's the first out of the 9th inning. So Porter does not get a chance for his 4th base hit. Now it's Eric Rodland at the plate, 1 away. Still they're loaded up for Rodland. He's looking for his 3rd hit. He's 2 for 3. And a pitch on the way to Rodland. Inside, ball 1. There's no one warming up in the Wichita bullpen. Smith has to get through this himself. The pitch to Rodland is a called strike on the outside corner, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rodland today, ground out, single, RBI double in the 6th inning as the Travs came back, and he scored the tying run and a single by Dwayne Bacon. Walked and scored in the 8th. Now the 1-1 to Rodland is up high, and it's ball 2. 2-1. Rodland gets a hit. That makes it an even 20 for the team. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a line drive to right field. Maier hustling into the gap. He slides to make a beautiful catch. Elwood tagging up from third to score. That makes it 10-5. And Rodland will get credit for a sac fly and his 2nd run batted into the night. The other runners held. Espedo at second and Wilson at first. And here comes Dwayne Bacon. So it's a 10-5 lead for the Travelers. And after not really making much of the hits that they had in the first 5 innings, they've really done the most of what they've had in the last 4 innings. Here is a pitch to Bacon. He swings, bounces it over the mound. Shortstop Sanchez gloves it. He'll fire on the run to first, and the inning is over. So the Travelers make a big statement here in the ninth with 2 runs on 3 base hits. There was 1 error by the Wranglers and 2 men stranded. The Wranglers need 5 to tie and 6 to win. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Travs 10, Wranglers 5 on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back on April 13th, 1932, the Arkansas Travelers opened their brand new ballpark to thousands of breathless spectators. In Raywinter Field 74 years as home of the Travs, it's been a breeding ground for big league talent. You've seen young men develop from fledgling minor leaguer to World Series hero and experience the highs of 9 league championships. Almost 9 million fans have spun through its turnstiles. It's where we introduced our kids to the great game of baseball. We've brought dates to the bleachers and sat through rain delays with friends. We've grown up and grown older at Raywinter Field. This is our ballpark.
Has been on at all tonight?
The Travs' new home, Dickey Stevens Park, will be ready by April 2007, and the team's future is bright.
They don't know what the hell the problem
But Raywinter Field has been a part of the fabric of life in Arkansas for 3/4 of a century. During the Travs' 2006 season, it's our chance to say goodbye to an old friend. Call 664-1555 or go to Travs.com.
Go.
Bill Edwards has come out of the bullpen to try to close this game out in a non-save situation. Not much pressure on Bill, as the Travs have taken a 10-5 lead thanks to scoring 3 runs in the 6th inning to tie it, 3 runs in the 8th inning to take the lead, and they put up 2 more runs in the 9th inning. And it's Edwards for now, 6'3", 185 pounds from Memphis. And really, again, no pressure on Bill right here. Just pump some strikes in there, get your outs. And send this game into the postgame show. Allstate Insurance postgame report coming immediately after the final out. We'll have all the highlights, recapping the game, and give you the scores from the majors and the Texas League. 9-hitter Walter Sevilla at the plate, and Edwards starts low and away with a breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Sevilla is 1 for 3 with an RBI triple. Strikeout, ground out. 1-0 to the right-hander is in there. 1 ball, 1 strike from Edwards. Bill Edwards appearing in his 3rd game. He's got a win on the year, no runs allowed. There's a strike over the outside corner from Bill, and it's 1-2. Edwards with a high leg kick. He comes home with a breaking ball, low, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Edwards would have been coming onto the game here in the 9th inning, whether or not the Travs scored on the top of the ninth. So that does say something about how Ty Boykin views his bullpen. Apparently, Bobby Zimmerman will not be the full-time closer as a 2-2 pitch comes from Edwards, and Sevilla bounces it off the plate towards the mound. Left side of the mound, Edwards hustles off, gloves it, fires to first, and gets out number 1. Fine play by Bill. And go to the top of the Wrangler order. Marcus Gwynn got a save, so did Zimmerman, so did... Let's see who else got a save here for the Travs. So did Rich Thompson. So it looks like Boykin feels pretty confident about at least 3 pitchers getting a save situation, and you'd imagine Aaron Pullen would get a spot to try for a save as well. Edwards to the plate to Sanchez, right down the middle, strike 1. And it's good to know that Boykin does feel he's got some confidence in the other relievers rather than the one that everyone thought would be the full-time closer, Sanchez. We'll take 1 low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Sanchez, a couple of walks. Reached on an error and grounded out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He grounds along to the third base side. Nice reach out by Brown. He wheels around, fires to first, and safe at first is the runner as Greg Porter pulled his foot off the base. Great play by Brown, getting to the ball deep into the hole at shortstop. He wheeled around and fired into the dirt at first base. Porter, who's done a nice job scooping balls out of the dirt in the early part of the season, that time I saw his right foot came off the base as he tried to play that short hop. So he would have been out at first base. We'll call an error on Porter for pulling his foot off. And now it's Chris Lubansky at the plate, and Lubansky is 0 for 3 with a sac bunt. So if the official scorer actually rules that correctly and calls it an error, he'll have 6 errors in this game, 3 on each team. Lubansky was charged with an error a couple of innings ago over running a ball by Bobby Wilson in center, and here he takes a strike from Bill Edwards, and it is 0-1. Into the stretch, Edwards, and the right-hander kicks, delivers, low and outside, ball 2. Pardon me, 1 ball, 1 strike. That was not ball 2. Billy Butler is on deck. The Wranglers need 5 runs to tie the game. They only have 2 outs to work with. Edwards delivers up high. Count now 3 balls, 1 strike. Pardon me, the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. That's the correct count, 2-1. 1 away. And Edwards comes home. The pitch is hit in the air to deep right field, and Espedo running back for it, and he makes the catch in the alley. 2 outs in the 9th inning, and Billy Butler coming up. So if the Travs hold on to this one, the Wranglers will have dropped their 7th game in 8 tries this year. The Travs would tie Tulsa and Springfield atop the North Division at 5-3. Butler, the hitter, he's 0 for 3. Sac fly, ground out, line out, and a double play. Runner goes, the pitch is inside, and Wilson will not throw to second base. It'll be a steal for Ángel Sánchez. And it's 1-0 to Butler. Edwards not worrying about the base runner. The 1-0 pitch is right down the middle, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to Butler with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, and the Travs up by a 5 spot. This would be their biggest margin of a win all year. Here's the 1-1 up high, ball 2. And there's 2 balls and 1 strike. Edwards at his belt. He comes home, a 2-1 pitch. Ball 3 with a slider under the knees. 3-1. So the Travelers wins this year. 3 of them by 1 run. The 10-inning win on Tuesday here in Wichita was a 3-run victory. Here's Edwards' 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 called on the outside half. Count has gone full. The Wranglers are about out of time. Edwards trying to finish this baby and send us home. Bill with a deep breath. The payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball to Porter at first. Backhands it. He's going to take it unassisted, and this game is over. And the Travelers have defeated the Wichita Wranglers with a very impressive display of brawn offensively. 19 hits and 10 runs for the Travs. Your final score, the Arkansas Travelers 10 and the Wichita Wranglers 5. And you can put it in the books. An impressive win for the Arkansas Travelers as they pump their record up to 5-3. Wichita falls to 1-7. And we'll come back with the unofficial final totals and the recap on the Allstate Insurance postgame report. This has been Traveler Baseball on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit?
That's right. Well, that's exactly what it was.
Didn't exist. In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safely. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. Miller. Good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
KDXE, North Little Rock.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
We're back at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, where the Arkansas Travelers have finished off the Wichita Wranglers with a 10-5 victory. So that means the Travs have won 3 of the 4 games in this 5-game series. 5th game coming up tomorrow. So the Travs win this series at least 3 games to 2. And this also guarantees the Travs will head home to Little Rock with at least a record with more wins than losses. They're 5-3 currently and finishing the road trip tomorrow night. Unofficially, the final totals, the Arkansas Travelers with 10 runs on 19 hits, committing 3 errors and stranding 9. Wichita scored 5 runs on 8 base hits, also 3 errors, and Wichita stranded 7. Tim Bittner is your winner. He's 1-0. John Gregg, the losing pitcher, is 0-1. Recapping the ball game, the Travelers got in front of the first inning against the starting pitcher of the Wranglers, Kyle Middleton. Dwayne Bacon, a leadoff triple, and Aaron Peel scored him with a single to center, so it was 1-0 Arkansas before the first out of the game. But the Wranglers answered immediately against James Holcomb, who did not have a good start tonight. Holcomb went 4 innings, surrendering 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 5 hits and a walk. He walked the leadoff batter in the first, Ángel Sánchez. A sac bunt would move him to second. Holcomb balked in the third. Billy Butler's sac fly would tie the game. The Wranglers would then take the lead in the second inning as Mitch Maier led off with a ground ball to Brandon Wood. But Wood was unable to field it cleanly, allowing him to reach on the error. Maier then stole second and went to third on Holcomb's only wild pitch of the game. Kila Ka'aihue sac fly to left field scored him, and it was 2-1 Wichita. The Wranglers, then the Travelers coming back in the 4th inning with a leadoff home run by Mike Elward, his first of the season, made the score a tie game 2-2, but Wichita broke it out a little bit in the 4th inning, getting back-to-back doubles to start the frame by Alex Gordon and Mitch Maier. That gave the Wranglers a 3-2 lead. Then after 2 outs, Matt Tupman would line a single into right field, bringing Maier home. That would give the Wranglers a 2-run advantage. Then Walter Sevilla comes to the plate. Not an overpowering pitcher. Here's the 1-2, and it is lined the other way once again. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Espedo hustling to cut it off. He does in foul territory. Tupman onto third base. They'll try to score him. Espedo dropped the ball in the right field corner, and Tupman scores. Sevilla to third. It was called a triple for Sevilla, his first double-A base hit, and the Wranglers had a 5-2 lead after the 4th inning. But the Travelers would answer in the 6th, tying the game. They knocked Kyle Middleton out of the game after a couple of outs. He really faltered, giving up 3 consecutive base hits. Bobby Wilson singled to dead center. Lebansky was unable to come up with the ball, and it went behind him, allowing Wilson to get to third base. Greg Porter's second hit of the game to left field continued the rally, brought Wilson home, and cut the lead to 2. Then Eric Rodlin knocks Middleton out of the game with a double to right center field, and that scored Porter. At that point, it was a 5-4 Wichita lead. Thad Markray was called upon out of the bullpen. Dwayne Bacon coming up with a tying run at second. Bacon with no RBIs yet this year, underlined yet. Rodlin is left to take a rather large lead from second base. No one holding. Here's the 2-1 to Bacon. Swinging a ground ball, base hit into center field. Rodlin trots around third base as Lebansky throws into second, and this game is tied. Dwayne Bacon with his first RBI of the season, and the Travs have put up 3 runs in the 6th inning to tie the game 5-5. That's all the Travs would get in the 6th inning to tie the game, but then in the 8th they would take the lead for good, getting a leadoff single by Jason Espedo, but he was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Then Bobby Wilson starts a string of 3 consecutive men reaching base off of John Gregg, a single to left. Greg Porter would single to center, and Eric Rodlin would walk to load the bases. But Gregg struck out Dwayne Bacon for the second out of the inning, and the Wranglers then called upon right-hander Cody Smith to pitch against Aaron Peel. And now here is a 2-0 pitch to Aaron Peel. A swing and a line drive to right field, base hit. Travs are going to take the lead. Wilson is home. Porter attempting to score. The throw goes to third. Porter is safe. Into second is Peel. And on to third base is Rodland. A 2-out, 2-run single by Aaron Peel gives the Travs a 7-5 lead. Tim Bittner made it stand with a scoreless 8th inning. Then Arkansas tacked on 2 more in the 9th. RBI singles by Mike Elwood and Bobby Wilson. And the Travelers pick up the win. Actually, the RBIs in that inning going to Wilson and Eric Rodlin. And so the Travelers pick up the victory. The final score again, Arkansas 10 and Wichita 5. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance Postgame Report, a check for the scores from the Texas and Major Leagues on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not
know, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because 2 great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SBC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world, delivered.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Travs 10, Wranglers 5, the final score from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Travs up the record of 5-3. Wichita falls to 1-6. Checking the other scores across the Texas League, they're all final scores. We've got a final out of Corpus Christi where the Frisco Rough Riders defeated the Hooks by a 9-3 final score. That'll put Frisco with a record of 3-5. Corpus falls to 4-4. Diaz the winner. Talbot took the loss. Grayson homered for Frisco, and House hit a home run for Corpus Christi. The Midland Rockhounds with a 6-2 win at San Antonio. Vasily Spanos connected on a homer, his first for the Rockhounds. Aguiar the winner, and Jimenez takes the loss for the Missions. Midland is now 4-4. San Antonio falls to 5-3. And the Springfield Cardinals with 2 more home runs. They hit 5 yesterday. Springfield over Tulsa 7-3. Kevin Uhl the win. Kaiser the loss. Rico Washington and Reed Gorecki homered for Springfield. Washington leads the league with 5. And Joe Kashansky went deep for the Tulsa Drillers. Each of those teams, Tulsa and Springfield, 5 wins, 3 losses. They tie with Arkansas for first in the North Division, with Wichita already 5 games back at 1-7. In the major leagues, they're still being delayed at Dodger Stadium, the Giants and the Dodgers, in the top of the first inning. Colorado and the Phillies in the bottom of the 9th at Colorado. Phillies 10, Colorado 4. 4 home runs for the Phils, 2 by Chase Utley. Aaron Rowan and Pat Burrell have also gone deep. End of 7 at Arizona, the Diamondbacks 5, and the Houston Astros 1. Connor Jackson's gone deep for the D-backs, his second. In progress in the American League, 8th inning at Oakland, Texas 5, the A's 2. Frank Thomas hit his second home run for the Oakland A's, and all the other games are final scores. We begin in the National League where the Cubs outlast Pittsburgh 11-6 at PNC Park. The Cubs got no home runs. The Pirates hit 3. McLeod, Wilson, and Bay. That was Craig Wilson with his 5th for Pittsburgh. Sean Marshall got his first Major League win for the Cubbies. Victor Santos took the loss for Pittsburgh. The New York Mets are now 8-1. They win over Milwaukee 4-3. Tom Glavine is 2-0 with the win. Billy Wagner saved his third, and Xavier Nady hit home run number 2. The Atlanta Braves win over San Diego 5-4 at Turner Field. Oscar Villarreal is broken out with 4 wins and no losses out of the bullpen. Edgar Renneria and Jeff Francoeur each went deep. Chris Rietsma, fine job closing the game, his 4th save of the year. Dontrell Willis picked up his first win of the season, helping pitch the Marlins to a 5-3 win over the Washington Nationals. Ryan Dries was the losing pitcher, and Joe Borowski saved it. Josh Willingham homered for Florida, his 3rd. And the Cincinnati Reds shut out St. Louis on 5 hits at New Busch Stadium. Aaron Harang, the winner, is 2-1. Chris Carpenter took the loss. He's 1-1. David Weathers saving his 3rd of the year. In the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays wallop 4 home runs and win over the Chicago White Sox 13-7. Shea Hillenbrand, Lyle Overbay, Troy Gloss, and Vernon Wells all with home runs. Konerko and Dye went deep for the White Sox. The Boston Red Sox win over Seattle 2-1 with Kurt Schilling earning his 3rd win. Jamie Moyer drops to 0-2. Jonathan Papelbon saved his 5th. Baltimore wins 6-5 over the Angels today with a walk-off homer by Ramon Hernandez off Scott Shields. It was part of a huge home run day at Camden Yards. The Angels and the Orioles each hit 4 of them. Jeff Mathis hit his first Major League home run. Adam Kennedy, Juan Rivera, and Garrett Anderson also going deep for the Angels. Gibbons, Newhan, Markakis, and Hernandez for Baltimore. Detroit to win over Cleveland 5-1. Brandon Inge hit 2 homers, and Curtis Granderson tacked on another one. Kenny Rogers, 8 innings of work for his 2nd win. Jake Westbrook, the loser, is 2-1. Tampa Bay was trailing by 2 going into the 7th against the Royals, but the Devil Rays end up with a 7-2 win anyway. Harper picks up the win. Ellerton the loss. Ellerton is 0-3 for last place Kansas City. And Minnesota wins over the Yankees 5-1 to the Metrodome. Baker the winner, and Mike Mussina takes the loss. You're now up to date across the scores on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Again, they are the official airline of the Arkansas Travelers and available online at www.southwest.com. Travelers with a win, 10-5 over Wichita. We'll give you the official final totals and wrap up this broadcast coming up next on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, North Carolina.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Wrapping it up from Lawrence Dumont Stadium in Wichita, the Arkansas Travelers with a 10-5 win over the Wranglers. Here are your official final totals. The Travs with 10 runs on 19 hits. They commit 2 errors, and Arkansas strands 9. Wichita, 5 runs on 9 hits, 3 errors. The Wranglers strand 7. Winning pitcher is Tim Bittner. Tim with a record now of 1-0. John Gregg took the loss, and Gregg falls to 0-1. Mike Elwood hit the game's only home run. We did not get an official attendance count. We did not get a time of game account. Well, one thing's for certain, the Travs are now 5-3. Wichita falls to 1-7. Most of the Traveler offense came against the Wichita bullpen today. They had 11 base hits off of Kyle Middleton, the starter, but 5 runs. Travelers put up 5 runs against the bullpen of the Wranglers, plus 8 base hits in about 3 1/3 innings today. Tomorrow, the final game of this series, and thankfully the final game of this road trip. We're a little bit road weary today, folks, and looking forward to get back into Little Rock. Chris Hunter on the mound for the Travelers, no decisions and an 8.44 ERA, right-hander, and he'll be facing lefty Juan Cedeno of the Wranglers. Cedeno, 0-0 record, 450 earned run average. We'll have your first pitch tomorrow at 7:05 and the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:45 here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380. Big thanks back at the studios to Brad Hicks. Fine job by Brad. Thanks very much. To you fans for tuning in, to the folks over at minorleaguebaseball.com for seeing that we are on the web. And I'm Phil Elson. Again, thanks for tuning in. The Wichita Wranglers fall to the Arkansas Travelers tonight by a final score of 10-5. It's a wrap. We'll talk baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Many people think of Branson, Missouri as a